Hello, my children, and welcome to Friday night. My name is Alan the Yellow-Eyed. I am the High Priest of the Great Yellow Eyeball. May its gaze be upon you this and every single of your days. Goober, shut up. I am in the middle of the intro.
Goober hit so hard.
You are not the star of the show. Well, you might be. That's not the point.
Goober do his
Welcome, guys. Tonight, I am the Dungeon Master. We are back with Storm's King Thunder. This is session number 19. Wow. That's crazy to me. When we left off, our illustrious group of heroes have made their way up through the spine of the world. They have their nice warm clothes on, and they finally, after many arduous days of climbing mountains, trying to keep up with the frost giant that is leading them, finally found themselves in front of a domed entrance of some sort, which was identified by Harshnag, the giant, in which has been accompanying them this way, and they currently find themselves standing directly outside of this location. And want to introduce all my players. Say hello, players.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, players.
Hello, Hi, players.
Oh, good God. I knew somebody was going to do it. Alright, so you guys should see your maps. If you're not, give me a second.
What?
Wait, what happened to my clothes?
Hi, players.
I'm naked. Woo!
What?
I thought it was a little chilly.
Players and images and maps. It'll pull it up if they need it that way.
Oh, yeah.
The total stole our clothes.
I was gonna say,
Dude,
I'm like, you should have
total my clothes willingly.
So confused.
I mean,
yeah. So
What
you
does
guys
the
are
portal
standing.
have to do with clothes?
I don't know. I mean,
So essentially, what you guys see is you kind of, as you're looking at this thing, you can kind of see this 40-foot wide causeway that you've been walking up, leading up to this entryway. And as you kind of move up there, you see, like, again, this large stone dome that's carved. It's been carved out of the mountainside. It's not like something that was constructed there. It was carved out of the stone itself. And each of these pillars that you see is about 30 feet tall. And they are all like, they're all look like they're holding up the dome above there. Most of it is kind of covered in ice and snow. You can see into the darkened entrance. You're getting here a little bit closer to the end of the day, but there's still a little bit of light shining in. And from what you can currently see, it looks like a lot of the ice and snow have kind of blown into the front entrance. So not only is that little raised area covered in ice and snow, it looks like some of that snow has kind of wafted its way into the entryway itself. Now, the pillars themselves all seem to be kind of covered in a encasement of ice, and other than that, it looks pretty. It's pretty quiet. All you hear is the howling of the wind and the cold bite of the wind itself as it kind of blows around you and wafts the snow all about as you're up here high in the mountains.
I say we get in here and have a look around. Or at least get out of the snow, because it's freaking cold out here.
Indeed, dwarf. After you.
I think the giant decided to give me a piggyback ride.
Right.
I want to ride it his beard.
What a weird thing to say.
Those are called mustache rides, my friend. I'm kidding. So I would like to peer into this cave before I honestly just stroll into it.
All right, so it's not really lit. Let's see here.
I think we should all fall asleep right here and see if we have any premonitions or anything first about entering this cave.
So as you kind of move up a little bit here, you can kind of see a little bit deeper into this thing. It looks like, yeah, a lot of this ice and snow, this has been open for who knows how long. It may have never been closed, but it is completely 100% as you kind of look down. And yeah, as you look down this hallway, it's completely dark in there, and you can still see, you know, like the snow that is wafted into this area.
This probably bad idea.
Huh. Darndest thing. Kind of just want to wander in slowly, running a hand against the wall.
What are we gonna do with our horses?
Woo. Just bring them with us.
I'm gonna ask Harshnarg if he's been in here before. Is that what his name is? Harshnarg?
Yeah, Harshnag. As you kind of, yeah, Harshnag. As he kind of moves, is like, no, this is my first time here. I've never had the need.
Hey, Hash Brown, should we leave our horses outside?
Hash brown.
I care not what you do with your animals, but perhaps keeping them out of the wind would be in the best interest of their health.
I like that idea.
Me too.
Right.
Come here,
I see-
Bojangles, wherever you are.
Put them
Right.
somewhere safe.
Put
That
my
was
horses
Wrangler.
right
I don't
there.
know who's Wrangler.
Is it secret? Is it safe?
Do what?
It looks
I said, is
No,
it secret?
like it's out of the way, right?
My precious.
Yeah, bringing them into that hallway. Yeah, definitely can definitely do that. So you guys can kind of see there. You can't have two horses standing on top of each other.
Circus horses.
Well, you know, whatever.
Lot of tricks, man. Horses
Are
are
we all
bigger than
different
giants
sizes
now.
right now?
Yeah, something with this map is a little wonky.
Wait, don't go in there. Everything grows when we go in the hallway.
Oh,
No, that's not. Look at I'm
now
coming
you
for
know
you,
it's
baby.
enlarging potion.
Yeah, he's gonna get bigger. Did you just run straight in there?
Roll for initiative.
Yeah, no.
Everything that
no.
gets bigger. I mean, bard's gotta do what a bard's gotta do.
That's
I figured
probably
you just
true.
put part of you in there.
That you gave ogre gauntlets to, and he broke into tears just about. So, of course, I went in. I mean,
All right, so as you kind of get your horses settled in, again, you can definitely see the ice and snow that's still kind of blowing its way in a little bit, but the air is definitely less harsh. Kind of once you're a good, a few feet into the tunnel. the walls and everything of this place are just huge. This whole hallway itself is sitting it's a 40-foot wide hallway. It's about 40 foot tall. Just a very, very big, thick stone walls for sure, like surrounding you, and definitely everything is giant sized here. You can tell that just by kind of walking in, that this place was not made for little people to be walking through. Yeah.
Dwarf.
Definitely not.
So everything's about 3 times the size of what you guys could, if you imagine what a normal like table or something would look like, or a chair, it's about 3 times as big. So any kind of like furniture that you may see in here is about 3 times bigger than what you're used to. Again, just very, very huge. While you're kind of getting your horses together, you kind of notice that your frost giant friend has been kind of checking out the pillars on the outside here as you guys walk in and kind of get your horses set.
Gonna go back and ask him what he's doing. What you doing, Harshnag?
I would like to inspect the pillar that he's inspecting, so just see if I can't catch an eye of what he's looking at.
So the one that he's looking at, which is the one directly north of him, you realize now that you're closer and you're really paying attention to it, that what you thought was ice kind of caked onto the side of these pillars wasn't really ice at all, but every one of these pillars has a carving on it. A very intricate, artistic carving, and it's just everything is covered with a layer of frost, which made it seem like the whole thing was lumpy ice, but as you kind of look to it, you realize it's just a thin layer of frost surrounding a various statues. The one directly north of him is a cloud giant with its arms outstretched with birds kind of flying around him. And the one directly to the south shows another large giant holding lightning bolts, and it looks like he's tossing them at a sailing ship.
Ooh, what about another one?
Are you looking at all of them? So as you kind of look,
okay,
so as looking at them from north to south, as you kind of dig through and kind of look at all of them, the very north one shows a hill giant, very, very large, and looks very kind of like chubby and fat, but you can tell there's a lot of strength and muscle underneath all that fat, holding up a giant rock above its head. The next one down, which actually has now caught your friend's attention, is a frost giant that is holding an axe, cutting down a pine tree that's actually taller than the giant itself. With just, you can kind of tell with the way that the artist has kind of enunciated the muscles in his arms of the pure power and strength behind the blows against this tree. The one to the south we already talked about. The one to the second south is a different kind of giant that you guys have not come across before. It's it's very smooth and kind of angular features, and it looks like it's climbing up a mountain. And finally, all the way to the very south is a fire giant. You can tell by the flame depicting around its head for the hair, and you can see that it seems to have a bunch of dwarf prisoners chained up against the wall.
Wait a minute, what?
Nice.
All very intricately charged, and you can kind of tell these were artist depictions of probably the strongest and the most on brand, I guess, version of the different giants.
I very much don't like this depiction of the chained up enslaved dwarves. I find it disturbing. And unsettling.
Those rascally old fire giants.
Seriously. No, I want to go kill more fire giants just as a point. I'm upset.
Ashnar.
All right, so as you kind of dig in, you moved up a little bit. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 24. So as you kind of start coming up this way,
So I have a question about this grid.
Yeah.
Since things are larger.
so
Does that mean each square is 10 feet?
each square, yes. In this play, no, yeah, each square is 10 feet. So that's why, like, the smaller grid, those are 5 feet, but the grid that's drawn on the map is a 10-foot by 10-foot square.
Okay.
Wow.
Like I
So
said,
we
this
have
is
20-foot horses now.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
no, they're 10-foot by 10-foot. What are you talking about? So as you get a little bit further in, you can kind of see up just about 10 feet in front of you, the walls on the side about halfway kind of give way, and there seems to be an opening. So you have essentially on either side about a 20-foot high ledge on each side of this deal. And there we go. And there doesn't seem to be any movement that you guys can notice from where you're at right now. But like I said, it's about a 20-foot climb to get up to that ledge on either side.
And how tall is Harshnag?
Harshnag itself's about, 18, 19 feet tall.
So he can pick us up and put us up there.
I mean, possibly.
I'm gonna yell back and say, "Hey, dude, are you coming? Harshnag,
About
are you
the
coming?"
trees. Did the trees reach that high?
I mean, possibly, yes. And they're kind
Let's
of
try it.
meandering in behind you and getting in where they fit in, essentially. And
Toothless, give me a boost.
they actually can't fit into there right now.
Dwarf, give me a boost.
Shouldn't you give me a boost at this point?
Harshnag, are you coming, dude?
Yes, I apologize. I've never been to this place before, so I've only heard it in stories. And he makes his way kind of gingerly past the horses. The horses are kind of nervous around him as he kind of tries to gingerly step around all of them and almost twist his ankle a couple of times as one kind of jerks in an incorrect direction, and finally makes his way up. The trees are kind of looking for a way to get in.
We should move the horses to one side so that they can get through.
So as you guys are kind of moving stuff around, you notice in this area that, as a matter of fact, you notice in this area, we don't have to worry about that. You notice in this area that, the howl from the wind outside kind of just makes it really loud in here. It must be hitting it just right to kind of make the howling noise of the wind echo down the entire hallway. And what you kind of notice, you're hearing two separate sounds. Not only are you hearing the sound of the wind, but you also hear what sounds like voices to the east.
Oh?
And this is totally enclosed, right?
What's that?
This hallway is totally enclosed.
From what you can tell, yeah, on the east, on the north and south side, except for essentially that opening that you see where that ledge is. And this ledge goes for quite some time.
Can Hash Brown see anything?
Looking to the east, he does not have dark vision. You guys see farther than he does.
Wow.
Oh.
Alrighty then.
I need a boost on Hash Brown's shoulders. Up!
So one thing, you said up.
It's great.
So one thing that you kind of notice as you're there seems to be a torchlight off in the distance a little ways. From where you're standing right now, Mr. Dwarf, just a little bit outside of your dark vision range. You can kind of see a torch glowing. And a couple of figures standing up on the steps.
Ooh.
You can barely make out the steps, but you can definitely make out some figures there, for sure.
Can I tell what language they're speaking?
Give me a perception check.
Alright, hold on.
I'm going to use my Radiant Soul, which will make me... It causes my eyes to glimmer, and then I get 2 wings, and I'm going to kind of fly over and see if I can see anything up on the ledge.
I don't know nothing.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you definitely...
I walk up to Bonandad and use my rod to see if there's any other adamantite around.
Right, give me 1 second here. So, Amadrea, when you fly up, what you get a glimpse of on both sides of this place is it looks to be some sort of perhaps battlement. You can't quite tell exactly what it is, but it's definitely just a ledge of some sort. And each one of these small alcoves, there is a torch sitting in a sconce in each one of those alcoves. And there's some smaller, actually 20, 30. You can kind of see down here some of these you can kind of see down a little bit here. It looks like there's some sort of, small openings as well that you can kind of make out.
Okay, I'm going to go back and tell the group what I saw.
And that's pretty much on both sides as well.
Hey, I'm straight. Give me a boost up here. I think I hear somebody up in the distance here. And I'm trying to be like whispery and actually
Get a little closer.
Yeah, I'm getting a little closer. Get all whisper. Hey, I'm hearing some people up in the distance up there. You all can
see the light now that he's kind of pointed it out. It's difficult to see from as far back as you are now, but it was definitely easier to see from where Morgan was before.
So I don't know that we should go barreling in there, but maybe we should send somebody that doesn't have disadvantage when sneaking up along the ridge.
Me.
Okay. Well, Willie, get over here. Well, I'll give you a up.
Yeah, so if you do the help, it'll give him advantage on his climb check to climb up there.
Yeah, I'll help him out.
Or athletic strength.
Can I lift him up?
Y'all, if everybody helps, no matter how many people help, it's still just going to be advantage on his strength check, his strength athletics check.
No,
to
I
climb
mean
up
like
there.
with my flight. With my radiant soul, could I pick him up?
I mean, what's your maximum carry weight?
My maximum carry weight is... where is it at?
What's your strength?
I know I saw it somewhere.
What's your strength?
Oh, inventory. My maximum is 240, and my lift, push, and drag is 480.
Yeah, how much do you weigh there, Bugbear? With all your gear?
Just roll that
50 pounds of
climb
weight
dice.
on me right now.
Yeah.
But 50 pounds myself.
That might be a little hard for me to get up there.
Yeah. You don't quite have the strength to be able to fly him up there.
Okay, well,
I climb really well though, don't I?
Yeah, it's an athletics check, and with Morgan helping you, you'll have advantage on the roll.
Alright, so heck yeah, I'll climb. have him help me. It's just
You just
Take
roll
advantage
advantage.
on-
Just click the advantage button and roll your athletics check.
stop that for now then. Hey. Da-da-da.
Oh, yep, that's a 26. Yeah, you're with a little boost, little help from your friend there, the dwarf. You're able to grab a couple of handholds and easily swing yourself up, and you find yourself standing up here. Once you get up here, you can kind of see a little more of what's going on in this area. And yep, what's up?
Dark vision as well.
Pull me up, dude. Pull me up.
Yeah, I know that's why I'm showing you all this. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to see it in this at all.
Oh, nice. Can I actually pull him up? It's 20 feet. I don't think I can just pull him up, right?
I mean, he can. All right. So this is what I need. This is what I need you to do, Morgan. I need you to give me an athletics check to jump, and up there, and I need you, Gregic, to give me an athletics check to pull him up.
At least I get a +7 on the roll on that one.
What kind of check?
Athletics, to see if you can catch him and pull him up.
Oh, it's all
So,
breaking tonight.
Your
It's all breaking.
long limbs, because you have those super long limbs that help you reach out, even though the dwarf jumped like the dwarf, you were able to catch his hand
Oh,
just
it's
barely
armor, bro.
and pull him up onto the ledge with yourself. I mean, honestly, you jumped terribly and the bugbear did all the work here. But, you know, whatever.
The
Baby.
dwarf like picks up one foot. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're like,
I
remember,
jumped.
dwarves can't jump.
Y'all sees it.
Woody Harrelson and dwarves can't jump. Yep, so you pulled him up.
That sucks. I just wasted 2 20s on this.
I know, right? Skill checks, baby.
Oh, good lordy. Since you have advantage on sneaking, you should take the lead on this one because I take this advantage at sneaks. Or at.
Are we just gonna sneak up there then?
Yeah, just past.
Should we get everyone up there or no?
You can try.
And Rashnar?
I could just.
Harshnarg is
Use-
actually, since he's kind of up there, it's not as difficult for him to climb up, and yeah, so he's able to climb up on this side, no problem. It's a little narrow for him, but he's able to climb up easily on this side.
I think we should have a couple on one side and a couple on the other side. Just
Right, Amistray should be on that other.
Can I lift up the turtle?
Maybe
How much-
Skamos and I should stay on the ground.
that'll work too.
I
You
don't
guys-
think we should split up, but
we're not.
Yeah,
we're
remember
not,
last time we split up?
we're not super split up this time though. I mean, wait.
No,
is it
you
10
guys-
feet a square?
Depends on where you're gonna go.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
10
each
feet.
of the small squares is 5 feet, but the big squares that are drawn on the map separately are 10. So Morgan, as you kind of move up a little bit, you're kind of seeing a little more of this back area.
Just say we walk down this hallway and see who's causing the light. And
Did I detect any adamantite when I played
No.
with my rod?
No, you did not.
how much do you weigh?
I'm a hefty turtle.
Oh, okay.
He's
I
all
can keep
shell.
trying to pull you guys up if you want. I can.
Are you guys like
drag?
planning on
While
shifting
you're
down and
I mean,
away from the site, or are we just gonna walk down this hallway?
Plan on just going down the hallway on the
Yeah.
side because that's where the light is.
right. I like the idea. I was just
so
boredly wandering.
and
through.
just kind of so you guys know, while you've been kind of working on getting yourselves up there, you can kind of hear some dull thuds and kind of what sounds like ice kind of chipping and shattering, and the grunts of basically effort from somebody. Well, probably whatever, from that general direction of where that light's coming from.
I mean, you guys should be good down there because, like I said, I don't plan on sliding. I don't plan on going further away from this.
No.
We're off like freaking Morgan over here.
I'm just trying to get an idea of what's around me, and if nothing else, I want to get around and above what's making that light. I kind of want to go into this other room now. It's so pretty. No, bad dwarf. I need to come back towards the group. Yeah. But
So that's as far as you could see, essentially, Morgan. When you went down to that little area.
I'm gonna go over here to this side where the ice, our friend is.
Okay. You flew up, so you're fine there. So what are you guys staying on the ground?
Gamos,
I'm
you
not
want to
gonna
follow
jump 20
the.
feet down all to my death.
yeah, it would more than likely be your death too.
I mean, it's only 2d6
Gamos.
damage if you fall from 20 feet.
If you want to take the left side with the giant and Dre, I'll stake with the 2 yahoos on this side down on the floor.
I take that as a term of endearment, and I wear it with pride, my sir.
All right. So you guys all trying to sneak up towards this area?
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak up on.
All right. I need everyone to give me some stealth checks. Dexterity
I-
stealth
The
checks.
matters.
I'm
nice.
coming around in this backside, trying to stay out of any lines of
Look
sight.
at that stealthy turtle.
Oh
I
yeah.
am so not.
Wow! I'm glad I'm getting all these ones.
After our amazing and wonderful bugbear realized how much racket the dwarf was making, he kind of took a piece of small cloth that he had and kind of shoved it up into certain parts of the dwarf's armor to make it rattle quite a bit less. And
Like you said, armor.
after working that together, you guys are able to work your way upward. Go ahead and move everybody up about 30 feet. Since you're sneaking, you're moving at half speed, so 30 feet for everybody from where you're at right now. And all right.
Is that
How about
like,
So
Are the treants
Is that
I'm
right
taking
there?
are staying down with the horses?
they'll be moving shortly. Give me a second. They can't really
Oh,
see.
okay.
So as you guys get closer, you see
Well,
a large
I'd like
group.
one of their branches on fire, but that's probably not a good idea.
Probably not. You see a large group of humans in various, armor and things, standing looking at this door, these large double doors sitting right in front of them, 10 foot wide. They look to be completely encased in ice. And the ones that are standing right by the door are just kind of taking with their weapons and chipping away at this ice, looking like they're just trying to get the door open, so they're chipping away at the ice. You notice that there is someone who is sitting there. She has a large pack on her back that's holding the torch, and standing next to her kind of seems to be he seems to be much more important. He is dressed much more compared to the other ones. He seems to be dressed a little more regally, with a large headdress on. Are you going to start with a fireball? Like, are we starting combat? Is that what you're telling me? Because if you guys want to drop a sneak, if you guys want to drop a sneak attack right now, we can go ahead and roll initiative. They are not aware of your presence right now.
But
I
they
don't
may
know
not
if we
even
can
be
do that.
hostile.
I think we should. I don't know. What do you
I
guys
don't
think?
think we should
just
roll
try-
I think we should try to talk to him.
I actually like Skamos' idea. Just throw a fireball, kill him, and melt the door, and we'll just take over. Yeah.
I
don't
mean,
think
I
that-
doubt it's going to kill any of them.
I can run in screaming because I'm still tempted to take myself up on the idea of killing the first things I haven't seen anything yet, but I mean,
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
up and see if I could talk to one of them.
You might want to just kind of say, "Sup?" from where we're at.
stop, kids.
I'll ask Harshnag if he knows who these people might be.
I do not know. I can barely see them in the light. Unlike you, I cannot see in the dark.
Okay, I'm gonna get a little closer.
And he'll kind of move up. So everyone, y'all moved up a little bit. So you can definitely from here see them. You can definitely make out the rest of this as well. And our dwarf over here. You can see off in the distance that there looks to be like a portcullis
Portcullis.
leading down
Cool.
towards this giant fireball that somehow appeared in the middle of the no.
Just 20-foot circle.
You guys should see this place.
So you
over
said
here.
they were
Look
human,
at this
right?
thing.
Yes, from what you can tell, they are definitely human.
Okay, I'm
Could
gonna-
be here for the same reasons we are, maybe.
I'm getting a little closer, and am I close enough for them to hear me if I speak?
Well, yeah, if you speak loud enough, they're going to hear you.
I would like to sneak up to this corner, trying to stay out of.
And just so you guys
eyesight.
know, Skamos and Huss, you guys are a little bit. You're about 5 feet from. If you move 5 feet forward, you are the closest you can be by being 100% out of the radius of the torch she is holding. So if you move 10 feet up, you will be in the dim light cast by her torch. FYI.
Okay.
I'll move very stealthily up against the wall or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Move
I'm
up
gonna-
Mama Drea,
I'm
right?
gonna be the brave one, and I'm gonna come up and say,
Give me a stealth check before you move all the way up there.
"What's a stealth check?"
Yes, please.
Oh, this is gonna suck then, because I suck at it. What is going on?
That was Morgan rolling initiative for some reason. All
I
right.
heard roll initiative, so I was like, okay, I'm in.
Nobody said roll initiative. They said roll stealth. So you're actually able to kind of move up with the assistance that you had from previous. You're still able to move forward a little bit. You're actually still kind of in shadow with the way that the where they're standing. So as you get closer, you can tell that each one of these steps, they're very large steps. Each one of the steps is about 5 foot wide and about 5 foot tall, and they are kind of standing on individual tiers, as you can kind of see where they are right now. You were basically right at eye level with the ones that are standing right next to the door, and the other ones are below you, where you can see that small wormling dragon, the white dragon.
Okay.
You can see that one that's 5 feet lower than you are, where the female with the pack on her back holding the torch, and the more regal looking of this group, they are 10 feet, and then the other two are 15 feet.
And these stairs are going up, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay. I'm gonna say hi and tell them that we're here with a friend of ours, Harshnag.
So as soon as you say hi, the two in the back instantly turn around and pull their great swords out, or I'm sorry, their great axes out, and they
Well,
look
that's fine.
around in the darkness and to see if they see anything, and they do
Close your eyes.
not. But they can't see anything in the darkness around them. They're kind of looking around desperately. The rest of them also turn both the female and the more regal-looking one, who kind of yanks on a chain that's tied around this white dragon, which climbs down next to him and is looking out into the distance. And hisses directly in Skamos' direction. Because it can see you. And everybody roll initiative.
Ah,
They can never be friendly.
jerks.
Go.
Oh yeah, take that initiative.
Woo! Finally, my luck's turning around. Woo.
Look at you with your super fast. And then Harshnag, sorry, I gotta roll for him, don't I?
Don't forget the trees.
Yeah, I gotta roll for Harshnag and
Toothless.
then for Toothless.
Goober hurt himself today.
I gotta close all this crap out.
To see if Goober still feels.
Alright, so
That's a sad one.
Biggie is that. And Toothless is... Wow. Alright, and Toothless is that. Alright, so... Everybody has rolled initiative. The first one on the list is Gregic.
Ooh.
How's that work? Team.
What do you mean, how does that work?
I'm just curious. For initiative, we all tied at 19. How's that actually?
So it essentially goes by whoever has the highest dexterity score.
Why can't they just be friendly?
Right.
Just for once.
And they haven't seen me yet, right?
You don't know who you know that they that the dragon seems to have seen Skamos. And actually 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, and Huss. You know the dragon can definitely see you too.
Yeah. Well, into this thing, right? So,
Evidently, they're not friendly.
could be just startled. Maybe they're startled.
Maybe. You could try talking to them.
You don't want the bugbear to talk to somebody.
You did kind of like freak them out by saying hi.
So,
From the darkness behind them.
Right, they could
maybe
just be
jump
startled.
down. So maybe tell them that you're up on the ledge, just to their one side, so they can look in your direction.
I think what I'll do is I'm gonna step back,
Come hide by me, buddy.
just kind of chill here. These squares are 5 or 10.
5 little ones.
I'm gonna just go right here. And I think I'm just gonna chill. Because you don't want the bugbear to talk to anybody.
Nope.
So you're just gonna hang out in that corner?
Yeah.
Were you trying to move silently, or were you just running over
Yes,
there?
I want to move silently.
All right, give me a stealth
check.
check, please. Yes.
In case. Where are you at, stealth? Why can't I see you? Because you're in the S's. I wasn't looking there.
Oh yeah. All right.
If you start rolling ones when you start
During
fighting,
like when combat happens, and that's
you're
all
out.
he does is rolls ones. Rolls 20 on every skill check and fails every attack roll.
we're gonna feed you to the trees.
No, don't do it.
And they hungry. All right. Gregic, you are done. Skamos, you're up. That dragon is looking right at you.
We'll give it scritches.
Now, things that you know. Here's things that you know. You know that humans don't have dark vision, and they can only see what's in the light, and you know you are not in their light source.
I say you help them with that light source problem and introduce a very large source of light for everybody to see. Yeah.
You mean a fireball?
Also, yeah.
If he does that, it might free open the door too.
A win-win. Exactly. I mean, and we get loot because, I mean, these things seem to be armed in some regards, so I would imagine they have loot.
We also don't know when the next time we're going to sleep is
True.
before we have to battle.
Hey, don't fry my butt.
This isn't frying.
Maybe
I'm going to.
I don't know. So you hit the doors.
I don't know.
Move it just a little bit further up.
No, that's not a fireball. I have a darkness spell that I'm debating on casting, so they can't see even more. So then they can't attack without moving.
I mean, that makes them impossible to be seen by you as well.
Yeah.
Maybe ready in action. Maybe if Straya's negotiations don't seem to work out. I don't know.
I guess none of them have gone yet, so I can just start talking to them. And then fireball if need be.
Yes.
Talk first, fireball later.
Whoa! What is this?
Yeah, I made that huge on accident trying to.
That's what
move
she
it.
said. Sorry.
I thought you used your
He used the
potion
enlarging
already.
potion back on the half ogre.
Did he get his movement speed back from that?
Yeah,
Or is he still also
he's
Yeah, I did.
as time's gone on, his ability to walk has slowly recovered from his night with the half ogre enchantress. Oddly enough, her name was Candy.
Can't
It was
be.
a little, yeah, it was a little weird.
It works. So I guess I'll
So Campy made you crampy?
Oh no!
a little bit.
Oh no!
I'll try and talk to him. I guess.
Okay.
Hi.
So did you cast darkness or no?
No,
Okay.
I haven't cast any spell yet.
I tried high and it kind of freaked him out, just so you know.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say things other than hi.
What's up?
So what are you saying?
Hi there. We mean no harm. Why are you guys here? What are you guys chipping away at?
Begone or face our wrath.
Oh, well, that's not nice.
Melt them.
And
So
that
how does
can't.
fireball work? Since they're all in weird spots, will it
So,
just hit them all? Or?
Yeah, you can position it because it's positioned at a point. That's a point in 3D space. So you were able to position that in such a way that you can nail all of them.
Did that like explode?
Essentially, what he does is he points his finger out. A small bead of flame shoots from his finger, hits the point that he determines, and then it explodes from that point outward.
Since we're in a tunnel, would it?
No, it doesn't fill a volume. It just spreads out from that central direction in all directions. Old school D&D, it filled a volume, and you had to calculate that stuff. What the crap? Oh, yeah, there we go. We have some failures and some successes throughout the group. So as your fireball explodes among the entire group, you hear screams as a lot of people were on fire. Okay, I gotta go through all this now. Damn it. I really
Good
wish
job,
that was
Sam.
automated, but it's
I
not.
don't see why it can't be. If
I know.
weapons can't.
Hopefully the new version I can automate stuff like this, and that will save some time. So that was Berserker number 2, who takes a full 3 points of damage. Got it. All right, so that's that one. Or no, 2 points of damage. Sorry.
After I shoot that, I say, "Be nice."
Be nice after you shoot fire and destroy all of them. Our little mini dragon.
I mean, he said, "Be gone," or face the wrath.
Who made his save takes 2 more, so that's that much damage. This guy who will take a full point of damage. Yes, so that's 6 more for him. Jesus. Berserker number 3. See what you're doing to me, man.
We love you, Alan.
Oh God. I wish that if they automate this would make my life so much easier. This is actually slower than doing it by hand, honestly, because you can do all this quicker to begin with. Berserker number 3, who takes 2 more points. Got it. All right. The lady
Goober saw the signs, and it opened
took
Goober
half.
eye. Goober saw the signs.
All right, cool. I think we're good now. Actually, this is the easier way to do it. Yep, that's everybody. Okay, Jeebus.
Good work. Good work.
They all, yeah. So your fireball, and they kind of scream in pain, but you definitely got their attention. Now even the ones by the door are paying attention to you. And you kind of notice as the light of the fireball fades out that all the ice that was caked on that door before has pretty much melted off of that door at this point.
Nice.
All right, so that's your turn.
I'm also gonna kinda slowly mosey on backwards.
I'm leaving! Yeah, no problem. All right, Morgan, you're up.
Okay.
What to do, Morgan? You've seen movies.
Oh God, no. I already have a plan. It's gonna be amazing. 10, 15, 25.
If you're about to jump from that thing, I'm gonna need a athletics check for you to jump.
Okay, hold on. Hear me
He's not a
out
very
on
good
this.
jumper.
Exactly.
Let's get the little stubby legs.
Exactly. So I'm gonna just sneak my way through this corner. I don't want them to necessarily know that I'm here.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
All right, hold on. Stealth.
And they're gonna know you're there.
Yeah. No,
All right.
Yep. They heard me. Totally heard me. That 2.
I got to ruin my hiding spot.
I would like to ready an action.
Clunk, 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 clunk. Okay, yep.
The next one that comes my way, I would like to use a lunging strike at specifically because it ups my reach.
Yes,
So
to
I'm-
10 feet, and you're 20 feet above the ground right
Well,
now.
It's a lunging strike, so arguably I'm lunging at it, so I'm trying to reduce fall damage by using an ability as they pass in front of me.
Gravity don't work like that, bro.
Yeah.
Damn it, I tried. Okay.
Use them as a pillow. Shove on their
Exactly.
face.
That's where I'm going with this
Okay,
next one.
so
The
if
next
that's what
one
you're,
that
if you're
comes-
one, okay, so if that's what your plan is to jump off of the thing and use gravity to help propel you downward onto them, that is acceptable. Yes, we will allow that to happen.
That's totally what I want to do, and if I can lead with my face, I mean,
You got your spiky
Like
helmet
your
on?
spike helmet straight down on top of them. Is that what you're trying to do? Like a dwarf bullet from above?
Yeah.
All right.
Break,
Okay.
Don't break your neck.
No
Yeah, you gotta roll a 1 on your attack, just fall head first, break your neck, and
snap. Done.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm gonna
right.
probably roll a 1 on it. My luck's been horrible all night, so we'll
Huss,
see what
you're up.
Need mending.
Hush my Gus.
All right, I can't draw a stupid rectangle, so I'm filling this section right here with a tidal wave.
Was it? I thought it was 10 or 40 foot, right?
It's 10 feet by 30 feet long.
Yeah. All right.
So I'm turning it sideways so it fills up the hallway.
Yeah, it'll fill up that entire hallway. Yes, and it'll hit all 5 of those right there in that middle there.
Right.
Yes. Do the thing.
And they have to make that. There you go.
This kind of save. Do it.
What
No,
a
I
gentleman.
guess I can-
You're putting them all out after I lit them up.
Yeah, so they're all on
Oh,
fire and
a
now
target.
good. Yeah.
It's control that targets them all. Yes.
Yeah.
See if this works today.
What are you clicking anyway?
I just hit the.
The cast button?
There we go.
There we go. All right. Yep, there you go. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Blah blah blah.
And Berserker 4 takes it all. Wormblood makes his save. The Shaman takes full damage. The White Dragon Wormling seems to have taken the brunt of it and looks really injured at this point. And
Now,
Yeah.
if I hit the prone effect, that would apply it to those that need it, maybe?
that failed their save. So Berserker number 4, yeah.
So, there we go.
Yeah, Wormblood
Ground.
wouldn't be affected, and that's it. Yep, and it did it. It did it correctly. It applied to everybody but Wormblood. There you go.
Nice.
So you knocked them all down, prone, and are you moving or are you staying right where you are?
I'm gonna stay right where I am. Now I have a question with that.
Okay,
How cold is it in here, and will that turn to ice?
eventually.
It's not cold enough for it to turn to ice.
Not instantaneously, yeah.
Okay. Because there's water all over those steps now.
Yep, there sure is. Well, that's going to be fun when you guys climb it later. Toothless!
Over.
That's why we have me.
The Human Torch.
That's true. Alright, so Toothless moves up. And Biggie... Wait, no, who's next? After Toothless, Harshnag. Moves up. And then jumps down. And when he jumps down... Let's go ahead and have him make his quick athletics check.
Does
Yeah.
he land and say ooga booga booga?
No,
I really hope he does.
but he's able to jump down.
Hear this guy, so
And when he jumps down, he is now like clearly in the bright lights of the torch. And you can kind of see the eyes get wide of the closest of these guys to you. And he screams, "Have at thee, curs!" And then Biggie moves up. Oops, this should be here, and then he should be here. There we go. And then Biggie moves up as far as Biggie can move. All right. So, Berserker number 1 has no idea what's going on and kind of just stands there stunned after taking a bunch of damage from out of nowhere as he was just chipping away at the door. Berserker number 2... What is that? That's this one. Yeah, Berserker number 2 also kind of stands there dumbfounded. Berserker number 3 is completely surprised by everything that just happened, as is Berserker 4, Berserker 5, and Berserker 6. They all just kind of stand there absolutely dumbfounded. Even Wormblood, who is normally very keen to fight, is also just bewildered by all that has just happened just before. And the shaman as well seems to be completely surprised. But they're able to, the one person who is able to do stuff is the white dragon wormling, who stands up. And takes off. And flies. Wait. 5, 10. Yeah. Actually doesn't fly. Moves up a little bit. And hisses at Harshnag. And with that said, that was the white dragonling's turn. No, wait, Amadrea, you're up.
Okay. From where I'm at, can I hit the dragon? Are you putting him back?
I'm putting him back because I realize he goes after you.
Okay,
I skipped you by accident.
Okay, with my longbow, because everyone's not close enough for me to cast Bless on them because they have to be within 30 feet.
Yeah.
So for now, I'm going to use my longbow and shoot at the closest
Berserker number 4?
Berserker. Is that the one that's in front of the W?
That's number 4.
So,
yep.
Shoot at him with my longbow.
All right. Go ahead and shoot him with your longbow. The whack. A 23 will definitely hit him.
Mm-hmm.
And yep, 8 points of damage.
And I'll shoot him a second time.
Yeah, shoot him a second time. As he's lying on the ground, helpless. 16 will also hit. For another 4 points of damage. So you able to drop 2 arrows straight into him. But it doesn't seem to have really phased him that much. Comparatively. Now the dragon's turn. And it will move up and hiss. The horses ain't doing nothings. Brigic, you're up.
Well, you get advantage against prone targets when you attack them.
When you're within 5 feet of them and doing a melee attack, yes.
Now, is there a way to actually run and jump off this?
You can. So you could run and make an athletics check or a what's the word I'm going to use here? Acrobatics check to make the jump without taking any damage.
But can I still swing my halberd at him when I'm doing it?
So what are you trying to do? Tell me exactly what you're wanting to do.
I want to cleave that guy coming while I'm flying down on him.
Which guy, though?
We'll just do the guy closest to me.
So he is... Alright, so he is 10 feet below you. So if you move over and kind of get yourself a running jump, and then give me an athletics or acrobatics check. If it is high enough, yes.
That?
Mm-hmm. Because you got to get a running start to make that jump.
So am I still stealthy right now?
They don't know you're there necessarily because you're up top and they don't see you.
Can I enrage right now also?
Yeah, that's a bonus action, so you can enrage right now.
Rage?
Yeah, you can enrage right now.
Alright, good. I'm going to silent rage this first.
Yep.
Just
as silently as you can rage.
Just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah. Oops.
Alright, so... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and...
Give me an athletics check.
Do the athletics check.
Or acrobatics, whichever one you prefer, but I know it's going to be athletics.
It'll be athletics.
Yeah, with a 25. Yep. So, as you take out your halberd and you just run and launch yourself off of that, show me where you're going to land.
Is this still on the stairs right here? No, I can't do that. That's not good trajectory. It has to be like right here.
Okay. Yep. So that works perfectly. 5, 10, 15, 5. Yep. And that's pretty much perfect movement for you. Go ahead and give me an attack roll with advantage against this guy. Because you came flying out of the dark above him as you swing downward.
Oh,
This dude's gonna wet himself as he dies.
it didn't work, did it?
He's got a giant flying bugbear that just came out of nowhere and crushed his chest with his halberd.
GG,
Alright.
GG.
So go ahead and
Roll that damage. Roll that beautiful bean footage. You rolled that against yourself. Somehow you just damaged yourself for 5 points.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, you just attacked yourself. That's amazing. Good
Oh, I
job.
forgot. My bad. How's that?
Himself in confusion.
So, and its confusion had hurt itself. Yeah, so as you come down and you nail this sucker, I really wish you were to roll a 20 on that. That would have been beautiful, but it wasn't, unfortunately. But as you kind of come down, you let gravity do the pull. And because gravity is doing so much for you, add an extra d6 of damage.
6.
Yep, 1d6.
Come on now. It's not letting me drop it on him.
Just roll it. I'll do it. 5 more points of damage. That's against Berserker number 3. Yeah. He is looking really worse for wear right now.
Now, since I just did all that, can I still attack or?
Yeah, that was your attack action to do the first attack. Go ahead and do your second.
Let's show him what's up.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
And that's also going to hit him.
Got wrecked. Good
That's the wrong
job.
button. Let's not press that one.
Nope. Woo.
Yeah, so you essentially, with your first attack, as you jump out off of the platform and land, you bring down your halberd, axe part first, and are able just to slice him right across the torso area. And then with your second attack, you reach up with your halberd, take the hook it around his body, and rip him off the steps, flinging his lifeless body kind of behind you where it lands. Pretty much dead.
I'm gonna look. I can't remember if I can still lightning strike or not.
No, because
Jump off.
you do that at the moment you rage.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. Because I believe it happens because you use the bonus action to rage, and from that point on, you can use your bonus action to do the lightning strike.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Can I not hurt myself for 5 points? Oh, it's already gone.
I took care of it. Don't worry, I made sure that you didn't hurt yourself for reals. Dumb bugbear always attacking himself. Skabos, you're up.
All right.
Troll him. Just troll him.
I'll yell at them and be like, do you guys really want to fight us? You guys can just put your weapons down and run away. This is your only warning. We have more flying bugbears.
We straight up have flying bugbears, yes.
Giggle snort from the corner that I'm hiding in. Just can't help myself to laugh at that loudly.
Just so you know, there is a dead berserker right in front of him.
Yeah.
Trigger. Does that trigger his action?
Yeah, well, son of a bitch!
No, because it's no longer. So out of the corner of your eye, out of your corner of your eye, you catch the glimpse of a corpse flying through the air momentarily directly above your eyes and then land. Apparently you're missing out on all the fun there, Morgan.
I know. Fuck. This is not gonna pass. Something reckless is gonna happen from me. I guarantee it.
So after you yell that, it's like, the Great Worm Tribe bows to no one.
So fear it is.
I let out another loud laugh. Ha!
All right, well, bow to my fireball then. Again.
All right.
You're
You're
bad.
about to get really
You
bright.
should have took the way out, people.
That's everybody but the Wormling where you had it.
Am I missing somebody? My target?
I don't know.
think I am.
Yeah, there's a bunch of damage there. Go ahead.
You made
I
your
apparently managed to target myself somehow.
GG. Go ahead, roll damage. We'll fix that later. Yeah, so a whole lot of dying people.
Woo!
Oh,
A
love it.
6 on that one. Very nice.
The shaman did not even get a chance to do nothing. And Berserker number 4 takes. Where are we at? Berserker number 4 made it save. It looks like. So Berserker number 4. Doesn't matter, because it only had 1 hit point left. Yeah, so that one's dead as well. So it looks like everyone, but the highly decorated one and the dragonling, the wormling, are the only ones still alive right now. Oh no, wait, there is one berserker in the back still alive. Somehow that happened. Okay.
Damn.
Morgan.
What a pet wormling.
That's
I
the
would
second
like to-
fireball that just blew up.
Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20. Arguably. Okay. I would like to.
So
jump
the
down
steps
from where
are
I'm
difficult
at.
terrain, so it's double movement to move up and down the steps.
Great to know. Thank you. Hold on. Would I be able to jump at angle to gain any extra movement by chance?
No, you won't be able to gain extra movement.
How tall are you? Are you even taller than a step?
No, I am 4'4". I don't even know that I can get up these steps.
He's gonna have to have a boost.
He's gonna have to climb each step.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, that is difficult terrain. I need to figure this out.
Just picture a
And-
toddler climbing up steps.
Pretty, but you know what?
It's gonna take you 2 rounds just to get down from there.
Yeah,
Dude, you know what? I'm just gonna hold my action.
he's just hanging on the edge, his little legs kicking.
Yeah, no. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna sit down on that ledge and start kicking my feet. I'm useless here.
It's like I got nothing to do.
And I just pull out my axe and boredom and just start hitting it against the wall. Y'all have fun in there. You did a great job.
They're all doing great.
you
He's
guys.
just up there cheerleading from the yeah.
Yeah, just
You're not even gonna use your
That's all.
crossbow or anything.
No, I don't want to.
He
Cheerlead.
just, I don't have anything to do. I'm gonna sit down and pout. So the dwarf is up top, sitting down and pouting. Huss, it is now your turn.
All right. And
Apparently, the
15,
dwarf
20,
is pouting
25.
because he didn't get to kill anything.
So I'm gonna move up here,
Drink water, don't breathe it. Oh, sorry.
and I'm going to try ice knife on. Can I hit the dude up on the top? Not the top, the W dude.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna do ice knife
All right,
at him.
and that's gonna miss.
Even with the miss, anything within 5 feet, which is just him.
Yeah.
can still take the
Yes,
cold damage.
that is correct.
So he's got to do a save.
And he fails to save.
And take that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow,
Sixes.
12
Alright.
points of damage. Yeah, he's still up and going, though. And he looks really pissed.
Did
That's
that freeze any of the water that he was standing in?
In me.
You know what? What's your DC for that spell?
15.
Yeah, it did. So, the explosion of ice kind of froze some of the water underneath where Guy was standing. All right, Toothless. Kind of moves up very slowly because he's a tree and he's covered in icicles right now. Harshnag steps forward with his eyes directly on that wormling. And with a look of complete disgust on his face,
Who's my pet?
vermin, and swings his sword downward and hits the wormling for
Yeah. Wormling soup.
45 points of damage, which basically just cleaves this thing in half. There's 2 halves of this dragon now, and now it's a red and white dragon.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
Red-
do.
red
I
and
have
white
2 pets now.
Fancy.
Now we have lunch.
Dragon stew.
Heck
Biggie moves
yeah.
forward. Berserker 1 is dead. Berserker 2 is still alive. And will rush forward. 5,
I wish I rolled a crit.
right there. That's as far up as he can move. He's gonna go ahead and.
Is he gonna slip and fall on the ice?
I was actually about to roll that. As he moves down, let's go ahead and roll for Dex check. And as he kind of comes down the steps, he slips from the ice and lands on his back directly in front of you. So shit, he can just stand up, and that'll be his turn, or he can try to attack you while he's on his back. That's all he can really do with his turn. So what does he do? What does
He attacks.
he do? He does actually attack. Because he has nothing better to do at this point. So he's gonna go ahead and take a swing at you, Gregic. And we'll miss. And
How did he attack? Did he just like spin himself around on the
and
ice?
swung with his great axe as best he could, and completely missed because he's laying on his back. Berserker 3 is down, Berserker 4 is down, Berserker 5 is down, and Berserker 6 is down. Wormblood takes a step forward and will also take a shot at... He works carefully through the ice, FYI. And will miss Gregic with his attack. Uthgard. She's dead. She didn't even get to cast a spell or anything. Alright. White Dragon Wormling, who is also dead. No, Amadrea, you're up.
Okay, so in order for me to get down, will that be my action, or can I, as I'm jumping down, can I jump down and then get my sword and shield out?
Yeah.
Can I cast a spell?
To get your sword and shield out, that'll take your whole action.
Okay, then I'm gonna take out my sword and shield.
Okay. Yep. There you go. Easy enough. And that is your turn, and the white dragon is no more. Round number 3. Gregic, you're up.
All right, I can lightning strike that guy, even though he's 5 feet above me.
Yeah, you can still hit him. Yeah.
All right, where's this lightning strike at? I'm gonna cast it on the W guy.
Macarena.
Kind of figured. Yep, he fails his save.
Oh, just 2.
And takes 2 points of damage. He is in critical condition. Your static shock from your fur zapped him just enough.
I'm gonna halberd him.
Okay.
I get it. Oh wait, no, he's not. He's not on the ground.
That's gonna hit. Yep, for 9 more points of damage.
Turns next. Please not. Escape. I'm gonna go ahead.
Step back. I was gonna step back and shoot at something in the next round.
Yep, and that's gonna hit as well. Gets worm blood. Yeah, and with that second attack, you're able to grip him and pull him off the step he's standing on into the one below it. There's a thud right in front of you, Amandrea, as this guy's corpse lands on the step directly in front of you. You moving or anything, or are you good where you are?
I can, actually, maybe for everyone else to get around me, I'll move. Let's go.
Yep,
Moving is
easy
that
enough.
there.
Yep, that's easy enough to move to. Good to go. Scamos, you're up.
Move there. Can I move there?
Yeah.
Just for fun, does he have to check to see if he slipped on the ice?
20, 30. Actually, you know what? Give me not an athletics, but an acrobatics check, please.
Oh, don't say acrobatics. That's not as good.
You gotta hold your feet, man. It's not about how strong you are, it's about how agile you are, and you're able to keep your feet as you move around. Scamos attacks with a firebolt and definitely hits the last one. Your streak of fire comes flying out of your hand towards your quarry.
Right between the giant's legs.
Yeah, between everything. Slams into him for 8 points of damage, heavily wounding him.
Yeah, that's
all you're doing?
it for me.
Easy enough. All right. Morgren.
Seeing that there's an enemy close enough for me to waddle to and mean my dwarfliness, I do that pop jump using my arms since I'm essentially kicking my feet still on the wall.
Yep.
I push off the wall.
Go
axe
ahead.
in hand.
Go ahead and give me either athletics or an acrobatics check.
Oh no, totally athletics.
All right, you're able to make the jump, no problem, and not take any damage in the process.
I step up to dude here.
Yep.
Greet him warmly. Hello, sir. Big old smile. and
Hello
just this-
there. Yeah.
How are things? How's your mama doing?
That's gonna hit him, and he is critically wounded at this point.
Ooh, not so good, huh?
And your second attack will also hit.
Damn. Oh, this poor dude.
And with that
poor
second
dude.
hit, you're able to basically cut his legs out from underneath him, just between
Actually-
basically the ankles and the knees.
Hold on, I need to ask this question.
Uh-huh.
Can I actually even hit this guy?
Yes, you can.
The stair is bigger than me. Okay.
Yep, but you're able to swing upwards and catch his leg just right to slice it
I'm
off.
hitting him in the shins, literally.
And so he kind of just falls over and, his name is now Eileen. And kills him directly. And he falls down to his death.
out.
Mhm. You straight kneecap that guy.
Goobergergoberln.
Where is it?
Goobergoobs. That's the
Well,
one
since
that
I'm
you
here,
want
can I
to
check
do.
the guy for loot?
Which guy?
The guy directly in front of me. I figure since I'm right.
There's two dudes in front of you, and in front of you can mean many different things. So which one are you talking about?
Gregic.
Okay.
Next to Greg.
The berserker right in front of you. Kind of looking through him, he doesn't seem to have much on him.
This goon.
I'm gonna check out the worm guy or whatever his name was.
All right. So as you're kind of digging through his belongings, you find a small pouch on him that has a bunch of gemstones in it, about 7. And addition to that, he seems to have a really fancy necklace on, an amulet that in the center of the amulet is kind of a stylized eyeball that is closed.
Ooh. That
Okay,
is
I will take the pouch of gems
Okay.
and the necklace.
What kind of gems are they? I'm curious.
Just a bunch of random gems of various types. Nothing particular about any of them.
Okay, cool.
I'll check the priestess lady.
All right. As you're searching through her, she doesn't seem to have much on her. In her back is a bunch of like incense and other seemingly religious like fetishes and things like that that a shaman would have, as part of their repertoire of things.
Schemos takes all the fetishes.
So like the necklace made of ears.
Yes,
Yeah.
I need those.
Okay.
You never
You can put
know.
it on Quinn.
Yeah.
Quinn needs a nice
She might
necklace.
like
Look,
it.
baby, I got you something. Now maybe you'll listen to me.
Pull that mannequin up the stairs, just thud, thud.
All right. Well, we're gonna
It'll
add a
go
thing
well with my
now.
Orcish fertility totem.
Oh, I forgot you had that too.
That's very nice.
So you
I want to
got
see if this door will open.
a necklace of ears. Go ahead. How are you trying to open it?
I'm trying to pull.
Okay. So as you push on it, it kind of just shudders and doesn't seem to move. As you look upwards, you notice that about 12 feet off the ground seems to be a latch.
Margaret, give me a boost.
Hey, Karshnag, could you help us out
Hash
here,
brown.
my friend?
Hash brown, come get this latch.
Karshnag!
What's his name?
Nobody
Karshnag.
knows his name right. Y'all been traveling with him for weeks.
His name is Harsh.
Hey, Hash Brown.
Hash Brown.
Can you help us,
Hey, Hatchback, come here and give me
help us out up here? This seems to be a giant-sized door, and I am clearly dwarf-sized. Please, be my hero. Open this door for us.
I will do so, but you need to move out of my way.
Oh, all right.
No, he's gonna take. He's like fills up that whole area. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
everybody
so,
off the stairs.
So yeah,
I'm
as
agreeing for
he kind of makes his way up. He easily you all have to work, and he just walks up the steps like they're nothing. Grabs a hold of the door handle, turns it, and has to push a little bit. Uses his own strength to kind of open it, and is able to kind of push both doors open. When both doors open, what you see directly in front of you.
Chocolate fountain.
Oh yeah.
If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it.
Roll initiative. 100 Oompa Loompas rush you at the gate.
Damn it.
That would be terrible.
Oh, come on.
This is the worst drawn thing I've ever done, but there it is. So as you guys kind of open it up, you'll notice essentially right directly in front is this large, just super ginormous statue sitting directly in the center of the room. Its back is towards you, and it seems to be facing something on the back wall. What it looks like from what you can see is it looks like an archway, and this archway seems to have some shimmering runes around it, and it's kind of filled with a smoke that's kind of swirling around. From your current vantage point to the left and right, you can kind of make out two smaller giant statues, which are also just as impressive, but just, you know, a little bit smaller. The main statue right in the middle is basically looks about 80 foot tall, and the smaller statues look to be about 40 foot tall.
Ew.
Now, out of the two that you can see from here, who is that that is moved
go
in?
in.
All right,
That's us.
so
Be careful.
you can
I
kind
ain't
of
scared.
you can make out a little bit from the
I have a flying
portal.
bugbear friend.
Yeah, out of the portal. But what you also notice here, let's do this. Bink. So as you kind of go in, you notice it's not just one statue, but there's 6 all around. And now that you're kind of up in here, you notice that each one of these giant statues is holding a weapon, and they seem to be kind of offering it towards the center statue, in this area.
If these guys come alive, I'm out.
Um,
I'm gonna jump on a tree and
Leaf.
leaf.
I knew that was coming.
oh good lordy. So I would like to look around the room. Is there any kind of life aside from the cloudy ruin wall to the east end?
Outside of that, everything is extremely still in here. It doesn't have any snow. A lot of the snow and ice kind of died out as you walked further down that hallway behind you. This room itself is cold. It seems to be like there's a sheen of frost essentially covering the surface of everything in this room. The pale blue glow that's kind of coming from the portal, reflecting off of that, kind of gives it a weird, eerie feeling and like an eerie vibe to it, because it's kind of just lit a little bit strangely. It's lit enough where your dark vision isn't really kicking on, because it's dim light, so you're able to see almost as if it was bright in here. Well, as if it was bright in here due to your dark vision, but everything has this tinge of blue to it and not black and white.
Cool.
Are those doors we see to the north and south?
Yes, to the north and south there are double doors leading each direction.
Does question about the frost actually?
Yeah.
Does any of it seem disturbed at all? Something running a tand across, footsteps.
Give me
scrape marks or
give me
something
an
like-
investigation check or a perception check, whichever one you prefer.
All right. Let's see. Investigation. That's horrible. Okay, we're gonna take that one.
All right. You don't see anything. It just looks like frost. It looks pretty undisturbed.
Okay, I would like to slowly wander up and I want to check out the ruins, but I want to get around this statue. Like as I make my way up to this statue again, I'm just listening and looking out for anything that's out of the ordinary. I'm just trying to get up to this space up here. I want to check out the ruins.
Okay, so as you're moving up, essentially you can, like I said, the thick frost covers pretty much everything in this chamber. As you're looking around, now that you're kind of looking while you're walking around, this thing is 100 foot high, so it's 100 foot high vaulted ceiling. It kind of disappears into the darkness above you, and in that center is still that large center statue. His hands are outstretched towards the portal that's directly in front of you, and that glowing archway. And you notice, as you're now in the front side of it, that it doesn't have any facial features on this giant statue in the middle.
Weird.
And kneeling around and offering this weapon towards the center one are 6 statues about half the size. So it's 80. They're all about 40 feet tall, as I said before. So as you kind of look, you notice that there is a hill giant, there is a frost giant, and there is a storm giant and a fire giant. Those are all things that you've seen before, so you know what they look like. But you also notice what probably is also a storm giant and a stone giant. Something you have not come across yet. And they all seem to be holding out weapons except for the frost giant, which seems to have an empty hand outreached towards the center figure. Now, as you've kind of gotten closer to the...
Which one's the frost?
The frost one is the one on the north center.
Okay. Blue hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
The blue-haired one. So essentially, from going around, you have the hill giant in the upper. Well, I guess we'll say northwest, frost, and then cloud, and then stone, fire, and I'm sorry, storm. I'm sorry, the one with the purple is storm, and then cloud for the bottom right-hand side. And they all have weapons in their hand except for the frost giant.
I'm curious if our frost giant friend might know something about that. Seems to be a room of lore.
He's so he kind of walks in and he's looking around at this place, and it doesn't seem all that familiar to him. He's kind of he's never really been here before, so he's kind of taking in the sights and just taking it all in, and just wandering around looking.
Can I tell anything about these ruins or
the runes that are around the Dealy Bop there? What you're essentially seeing around this portal, I think I have that. Maybe I don't. So essentially there is a bunch of... Here we are. So as you look at it, this portal has all these runes completely around it. Shit, I gave you the wrong one.
Whoopsie.
Don't share that one. Well, that was dumb. Anyway,
but they're easily enough made out, and they could be read and whatnot, right?
Yeah. So this is what they look like. They are all. Every single one of them kind of has. The archway itself, it's 40 feet wide and 40 feet tall, and there's 6 runes that are carved into it. Each one of them is inlaid with mithril, and inside the arch, as I said before, is a glowing mist that kind of fills the inside of it. Now, on each side of it, as well in those little alcoves that you see there, those niches are in the walls on either side, and each one contains an empty ice-covered sconce, made of scone. Jesus, sconce made of iron.
Ice scones.
Delicious scones.
Can anyone read this?
Ashnar.
Ash Brown, can you read this?
So he walks over to where you are and looks forward, looks at all the runes that are in front of you, and as he kind of peruses all of them, he's like, most of these I do not know, but And he points to the one on the lower left-hand side. I'm sorry, lower right-hand side. The one with the 4 prongs going up, the loop with the 2 dots in it, and the line going down. He points to that one and says, "This one is ice." But the rest I do not know.
It could be. Now, I'm curious, friend. Is there different styles of, I'm asking in a slang kind of way. Is there different slang within Giant? Could each of these represent each of the figures in the room, so to speak? It would almost seem to match.
He kind of looks around and says, "Perhaps. But I would have no way of knowing which would belong to what."
All right. So actually, I want to wander over to the Storm Giant here. Now I'd like to see if I can't match any of the symbols that I had seen to anything that might be carved
Okay,
on this particular giant.
give me a perception check.
All right, cool. Let's see. Perception. Nope. Gotta drag the dice. Oh, like I've never done this before.
So as you look around on the Storm Giant one, you don't really see anything in particular on that one, other than the fact that what he is holding out is a trident, and it's an extremely large, giant-sized trident that looks to be made out of an extremely strong metal.
All right.
Looks very similar to metal you've seen before.
Ooh.
Can I find a rock on the floor somewhere where maybe the cracks are?
Actually, does that look like the?
Yeah,
does it
it's
look
easy
like-
for you to find that, by the way.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you can find it. So you can find a rock. What were you saying?
Now,
Burger?
does the metal of the weapon look familiar to, say, the metal of the arm of the thing we were carrying around for a little while?
Yes, very similar. Possibly the same exact thing.
Let's take it.
Oh God!
I always
Right.
wanted to wield a giant trident.
Ooh.
I want to toss the rock I picked up into the misty thing.
Me.
Okay, so as you throw the rock, you kind of hear a thunk as it hits something solid and bounces out.
Good to know.
Screw it. I would like to
No.
put my.
Throw the dwarf in there.
Yeah, no, exactly. Let's put the dwarf in there. I wish to reach my hand out and into the mist.
All right, so as you put your hand into the mist, you kind of feel this cold kind of wash up your hand and up to the middle of your forearm. And as you kind of reach forward a few inches in, you feel something cold at your fingertips. And after feeling for a little bit, you realize that it's just the wall.
Maybe we need to activate this door. Gate
Reach out.
something.
Do you
Reach out
feel
and
it?
touch me. I reached
feel
down.
it?
I was able to feel it. I'm sorry.
Yes, I feel it.
My fear of trying to activate the door, it may make all these guys come alive.
Ooh, threaten me with a good time.
It's not a good time.
For who? Sounds like a great time to me. Couple of fireballs,
I'm
couple of
just
enemies
saying.
abound. Literally boxes of rocks. So I mean, how smart could they be?
So these are all 4 doors on the sides, double doors.
Yes.
We should all pick one and go our separate ways and explore the place.
I think we should stay together.
Uh,
It never bodes well when we separate.
oh, it never does. So I vote that we go through.
We could open each door and see what's behind door number 1 through 4, and then decide from there where to go.
Okay, I'll come over to this door and see if I can, like, See if I can
to
open
the
it.
southern door. So as you get to this door, to the south side here, you notice. What's that?
I went north.
Okay. So you kind of notice that the this door as well has not as much ice as the other one, but it does seem to have some ice kind of caked onto the inside of it.
So all the doors are pretty much iced over. And
Yes,
take
it looks
away
it looks like a
Oh.
good 2 to 4 inches of ice that are encasing all these doors.
I'll cast Firebolt at all the doors.
Well, I'm willing to bet you our big friend here would be able to knock it loose. He is their door size, I would imagine. You
All right,
guys are-
so which one are you gonna have him start beating on?
The one that Amadrea first walked up to. At least that's my vote.
All right. So this ice is
Hash brown.
yeah. So he moves up, and actually, where did I get rid of him by accident?
No, he's still in front of the ruined mist gate.
Oh, there he is. I don't know why I didn't see him. He moves down. Let's move this over here out of the way a little bit. So he moves down and takes out his axe and pulls it back and swings it forward into the ice. Ching! And some of the ice kind of cracks a little bit, but it's definitely going to take him a while to start kind of cracking this ice. Like I said, it's really thick and it seems like it's been there for quite some time.
I cast Firebolt at the door.
Okay. Your firebolt hits it and melts some of the ice a little bit.
I suggest that these doors might not be our answer, and that we should focus on figuring out the ruin gate.
Hey, they can keep working on that.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Can we tell, since we're all over here by is it the cloud giant that we're down here by?
Yes.
Can we tell if his weapon's made out of that metal stuff?
So, now looking at that one, he has a spear, and this one seems to be, it's not the same metal. This is a kind of silvery looking metal. Not silver, because this seems almost a little more silver than silver is.
Oh. Chromium. Ooh, love
I have a
chromium.
question.
Yes.
I have the chime of opening. Would that be able to open up the door?
Oh.
I mean, it's so the chime of opening opens doors that are either locked or closed. This one is frozen over, so it would not do what you want it to do.
Okay. Then I shall not use it.
It won't get rid of the ice for you, essentially.
Okay.
Actually,
Is this the fire giant down here in the middle?
So the fire giant is holding on to. He has a large iron greatsword. It's easily made out of the same material that your weapons are also made out of. It's definitely iron, and it's definitely a greatsword.
And who is this one down here?
That one would be the hill giant, and that one has a giant bone club.
Bone Club.
A bone club. Up there
Is the rock giant?
is the stone. Yeah, is the stone giant, and he is holding a large boulder in his hand, presumably also made out of stone. That's the
And
frost
this
giant.
dude-
He has nothing in his hands.
Does it look like something would have been there though?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a missing weapon.
And we didn't necessarily explore this place. Now, I'm actually curious about something. The room that I came across. I'm curious. Does it seem like there's any kind of entryway or doorway that at the end of that hallway that would have come to this room?
So I mean, you do see the portcullis down through, since you kind of guys have moved around a little bit. Let me go ahead and clear this out for you as well. So you definitely see the portcullis that kind of blocks
Oh. Okay.
each side there.
Now the question is,
So what are the 3 dots?
right?
That's the portcullis. Those are the 3 bars that are essentially down, blocking that hallway.
Oh, okay, cool. So we would have had to come through the middle door anyway, or break bars. Okay. Cool. Now, I really don't know what to do about all this.
And your trees have finally made their way in as well.
We could try the other 3 doors to see if they're all frozen. I'll go
It's
check
easy to
out
see
this-
every single door leading out of this room seems to be frozen
this
shut.
Same ice.
I'm actually curious. Are these ruins far enough down to where I can put a hand on them?
The two lower ones, the one that was identified on the right hand side as ice, and the other one that's all kind of got the little upside down or backwards question mark with extra legs on it. Those are within hand reach of you.
Don't touch stuff.
I
Keep
would
your
like to
hands
put
off
my
stuff.
I would like to put a hand on ice and say ice in giant.
All right. Nothing seems to happen.
He's You said which one is it that doesn't have a weapon in it?
The ice giant didn't.
Yeah, the ice giant, the one to the north center.
Does it look like? We can
Follow
pull
the yellow
a
brick
weapon
road.
out of one of these statues' hands?
Follow the yellow brick road.
Possibly yes.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
Which one do you want, buddy? I say we go for the great.
It would
sword
be
here.
very difficult, by the way, because, they're 40 feet tall, and the way they're holding them, it's going to take a couple of you to try to dislodge it. Perhaps your giant friend is probably more suited to probably getting them than you guys are.
And what?
How about
I
instead
was-
of stealing those, we have Mr. Prius over here put his frost giant weapon in the frost giant's hand, since it doesn't have a weapon.
Yeah.
There we go. I like that idea.
Rashnar.
Harshnag.
Harshnag.
Hash brown.
Hatchback.
Prius.
You say he looked like he's never been here before, right?
Yes. And he's been dutifully, hitting this door, by the way, this whole time. Trying to break the ice. He's making some headway, but this is going to take a while.
I'm
Okay.
throwing firebolts at it too.
Okay. All right, easy enough.
Can I see anything else on this statue in the middle, like that glowy orby looking thing there, the yellow?
That's just part of the statue where one of his feet are kind of hanging out. He just has outstretched arms towards the portal on the eastern wall.
Hey,
Did we
Harshnag.
try and have Harshnag touch the portal wall?
I still think we should have Harshnag put his axe in that frost giant's. It's the only one that doesn't have an appropriate weapon. I say we try that before we try the portal again. Missing piece? Hey, Harshnag, could you do us a favor? Could you try popping
Yes,
your axe
dwarf.
weapon? Thank you. Woo!
Wait,
My hero, buddy.
you wish me to do what?
So, an idea is floating around us, smaller ones. The idea is that northern center from us, that ice giant, is the only giant amongst the statues that doesn't have a weapon. Especially one so iconic with the giants that it is. Maybe you just... Is there a way that you can get your axe in that giant's hands? And maybe that would activate the portal. Maybe.
So he takes his axe, kind of picks it up and looks at it, looks on one side, looks at the other, takes his hand and kind of clears some ice out of the runes that are in the side of it, and flips it back over. No.
So you can't get it in your ice giant statue's hands?
He doesn't want to give up his axe.
Fair? That's right. Okay. I'm all out of ideas.
And he turns back around and starts going to work on that door again.
I think we should try having him. With the, hop in there hop in the portal. I mean, if this is a Giants thing, maybe only he's the one capable of accessing it.
So are those runes carved into a wall, or are they kind of floating there?
No, they're carved into the actual. They're carved literally into the stone that goes around the portal.
Okay.
And inlaid with mithril.
Oh.
Which is the same material that spear is made out of, that the Cloud Giant is holding.
Harshnag's axe made of?
It looks to be iron.
I'm just gonna be over here admiring the mithril laid work in these ruins. Just.
Yeah.
Are these doors made out of stone?
Yes, they are. Which is why they were
Okay.
very difficult to open to begin with. They are extremely heavy, and the ice doesn't make it any easier. But definitely between the fire bolts and the axe blows, it's definitely, there's definitely been some movement happening on clearing the ice.
Are there any small cracks in the doors, like underneath or between the two doors that open, that a small critter could get through?
No, they're extremely tightly engineered, so they're like flush with each other.
So can we go ahead and try that with Harshnag, though, the portal thing?
So what are you gonna ask him to do?
Has he touched it yet?
No, he has not.
I want him to maybe touch the rune that he knows, and open the portal or open a door or something.
All right. Tell you what, guys, it's been 2 hours. We're right at 9 o'clock. So we will find out what happens with Harshnag in that. We've got our 2-hour break, so we're gonna go take our break real quick. Everyone, get your drinks, get your PPs done, and all that. It's break time. We'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit. I'm gonna go grab me another drink, and then we'll talk a little bit about what we're doing and how you can get involved. Because I play with community members to teach them how to play if they've never played before, or if they just never get the chance. And so that's why I do what I do. But I will be right back. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Break time.
Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
Hey everybody. So yeah, we're still on break. We're on break for a few more minutes. I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about what we're doing and what this is all about. So I have always been a big fan of Dungeons & Dragons. Been playing it my entire life. Well, since I was like 8 years old, which is basically my entire life. And I've always really enjoyed teaching people how to play through the various editions and so on and so forth. And not too long ago, I actually started a little thing here on Mixer, which I call Dungeons & Dragons 101, where I was teaching people how to play Dungeons & Dragons. And after doing a few of those shows, I had a fair number of individuals that wanted to play Dungeons & Dragons. And so I kind of devised a plan, and now every Friday night we play Dungeons & Dragons with members of my community. I try to focus on folks that have never had the chance to play and always wanted to. And that's what this stream kind of is about in a lot of ways. It's about storytelling. That's what the games I play are. It's what it's kind of what Dungeons & Dragons is. It's storytelling, collaborative storytelling. And what I like to do is teach people how to play, and not everybody gets the chance, and I think it's a game that everyone should get the chance to play at least once to see if they like it. Because there's a lot of things that are just absolutely amazing about it, and I believe everyone who wants to play should try it. So I devised a little plan. My illustrious and wonderful and beautiful and wonderful community pulled together some money to get me a Fantasy Grounds Ultimate license, which allows me to essentially run games for you guys, and you guys don't have to buy any software to play. You just log into my game, you play on my software off of my license, which is really, really good. So all you'll need to play with me. I require two things, right? You got to have voice comms through Discord, and you have to have a PC running Fantasy Grounds. That's pretty much it. That's all I really require off the bat. I don't require any previous experience. I don't require anything more than an eagerness to play and an eagerness to really try the game out and get into the game. A drink and a back rub, sure, Dee Dee. But so it's all about teaching people how to play. So currently, this is our campaign that we're currently running at Storm King's Thunder. We are currently 19 sessions in, which just blows my mind. We are 19 sessions into this, and basically how this works is when this campaign ends, there on my Discord is a sign-up sheet. Inside that sign-up sheet, anyone who's interested in playing can sign up for it, and once you sign up for it, you're put on the list, and not only are you put on the list in order, on top of that, you were also prioritized based upon whether you've played before. So if you've never played Dungeons & Dragons, you are always first priority over everybody else. Because, again, I believe... Goober, shut up, I am talking to people.
Goober, feel fine.
But, so essentially, if you've never played before, you were number one priority. If I go through everyone who's never played before first, and we still have some slots open for the next campaign, the next person is someone who's played Dungeons & Dragons before in a previous campaign, perhaps not in 5th edition, but in a different edition, but have never played with me. All right, they are second priority. And then essentially third priority are individuals that have played with me in games on stream, and they have a sliding window. So like if they just played with me, they have a lower priority than someone who played 2 seasons ago, for example. So essentially the last time your priority goes up in the third priority list based upon how long it's been since the last time you played with me. I feel it's the most fair way to do it in order to get as many people who have never played before into these games, but also making sure that other people who have gotten to play, they get a chance to play later, essentially, and then never get to play again. We don't want that to happen. So that's how I run it. But we do this every Friday night. We try to have a good time with it. We try to be a little entertaining about it. I don't know if y'all noticed, but our crew of characters are definitely a lively bunch. And if you're new and you're not quite sure who everybody is, Morgan is our loudmouthed and
overall obscene character.
yeah, well, yeah, he's a dwarven fighter who seems to say the wrong thing at the wrong time every time. We also have almost like clockwork. He says the wrong thing at the wrong moment. Our next character is Skamos, who is our tiefling bard. He uses spells and his instruments to invoke abilities within others to make them stronger, better, faster. And he's our resident fireball launcher as well. On
And
top
also
of
turn them against each other too.
yeah, he also makes people fight each other with his
Enemies
mind-boggling.
abound.
Yeah, with his mind-boggling abilities. We have Hustilbaka, who is a turtle, which is a turtle person. Essentially, he doesn't wear armor because he's got a big heavy shell that he carries around everywhere he goes.
Right.
He is a druid, so he can shape change into other animals and generally cause havoc and summon animals and everything else. So we have, last but not least, we bugbear. Yeah, the last one is Amandrea, who is our paladin, who looks human but has a little bit of a we'll just say a divine hint about her. And those are our characters and what they do and what they're up to and things like that. They have been since day one hounded by giants and helped by giants. And there seems to be something crazy going on. So here they are right now at the place called the Eye of the Allfather. They're in a place that Harshnag, which is the giant, the frost giant that is with them, believes to be, from what he understands, it is an oracle of sorts for giant kind. And that's where we are now. We're in this big room. And is everybody back?
Yes.
All right, but
Can
again, guys.
I have a question.
Yes.
So the necklace that I got that has an eyeball in it.
Yep.
Can I tell if that's gonna do anything in this room? It's got an eyeball.
I mean, maybe.
Can I?
No way to tell really right now, right this very second, unless
Throw it
somebody
up on
has
the
like.
face.
I hit the wrong
Can
button. I
I-
went to creative.
Oh.
Can I go up to the statue, the big statue in the middle, and hold the necklace up and see if it does anything?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
While she's doing that, can I take Harshnag to touch the portal?
I'm gonna try that.
Yeah. So
Or see if he can walk through the portal?
so as you hold up the sorry, I'm zooming in here. So as you hold it up, you kind of see it gleam slightly in the portal light. But other than that, it does nothing else. As Harshnag kind of moves up, which rune are you wanting him to touch?
The one that he recognizes.
Whoops.
Okay. So as you move up there, you kind of notice that our dwarf friend looks to be fiddling around with the rune.
Hi, Mr. Giant. How's it going? Hi. Kind of noticing the looming presence above me.
Someone put an axe to the door, please.
You might get your wish depending on how our big friend here feels about what's going on. So,
As he kind of looks at you and I doubt desecrating the runes is the way to get in.
darn it. I'm out of ideas. I'm getting destructive as I just kind of wander in this direction.
So as you're kind of moving away, his eyes just stay locked on you. as you exit stage right.
I'm just gonna sit down, lean against this wall, and just assume bored at this point.
Right next to the sconce. Got it. Okay. So he steps forward. After he walks forward towards it without looking at it because he's still staring at you, Morgan. Looks in and says, "Perhaps this is the way." And he reaches out and puts his hand on the ice rune, and nothing happens.
Snag, did you see anything?
Let's let me do this real quick. Can I draw on this? Yeah, I can.
What if he puts his weapon in the mist?
I'm gonna go up to Harshnag and show him the necklace and ask him if he thinks this will help us get in any way.
He kind of takes a look at it and with his big finger kind of puts it gently behind the necklace and lifts it up. And it looks like super tiny against his giant finger. And mayhap, but... And he kind of looks at... This is of barbarian make. It is not that of a giant make. And he takes his finger off of it and it kind of swings.
If he puts his weapon in the mist?
I mean, he can try. So he just takes his weapon and kind of puts it in the mist, and it clunks against the wall in the back.
Huh. What if he touches the weapon to the rune?
He brings his weapon forward as you're asking him to try these things and puts his weapon on it. There's a slight shudder, but nothing happens.
Ooh.
Shudder.
Hey, Huss. Can you use Ice Knife on Ice Ruin maybe as an idea of adding ice to it as the trigger? I'm fishing for ideas.
I don't want to damage it.
Fair, and dude's still mad at me for kind of jacking with it earlier, so maybe not a good idea.
Maybe go grab some of the ice that's chipped off and go rub some ice on it.
Fair.
Can I ask Harshnag some questions?
Yeah?
Nag, how many ice giants know of this place? Or giants in general, do you know?
It's faded into memory. But few of us know. How many, I could not say.
Out of those few people, and any of them carrying a mithril weapon?
I would not know. Perhaps we should finish clearing these doors and explore further. Perhaps the answer is somewhere else.
Alright.
Alright, well, Harshnag, would you mind coming over to this door and seeing if we can finish getting it open?
Indeed. And he moves down with his axe and just starts chopping and chopping and chopping away at the ice. What are the rest of you doing while he's doing that?
Helping with fire bolts.
Okay. There's two of you trying to work down the door.
I don't want to break my sword trying to open up the door.
Okay. So there's three of you trying to work together to get that door open.
I'm looking around generally to see if I recognize any of the stonework or walls or anything. Just trying not to agitate the one thing that could probably punt me into oblivion.
Got it.
Hey, Morgan.
Give me a history check for the stonework.
History. Oh, it's bad that I'm not a bright dwarf. Oh shit.
I mean, you know it's old, but just exactly how old, you can't really begin to think about how old it is. But this has been around for a while. You know it's old.
Right.
You know it's stone.
Yeah, and you know it's made of stone, and it's carved directly out of the mountainside. That you also know.
Huh. I missed that.
I come over here to the portcullis thing.
Okay.
What's the gap between the bars?
It's wide enough that if you were about half your size, you'd probably be able to slip between them.
Okay.
Wait. I'm about half your size.
No, you're not, because you're wide.
Wide, that's right.
Yeah.
Badass.
I'm about half your size.
I want to turn into like a regular sized wolf. Would that fit through?
How big is it? What's its size?
I don't know.
Then I would have to look it up. Give me a second.
Just turn into a ferret.
So a regular wolf is medium and probably won't be able to fit in through between it very easily.
Let's just do a rat then.
Okay. Yeah, so a regular rat easily can fit between the bars.
Okay. And a rat would still have dark vision, right?
Yes.
I just want to scurry along this wall all the way down here.
You never did finish
Well,
exploring.
be careful not to get too far.
All right, so as you kind of as you peer into this room, you can make out, essentially on the northern wall, there looks to be a large lever. It's about 12 feet up on the side of the wall. And, yeah. That's it. That's the only things in this room.
Okay.
What's on the other side?
I'll go back in here and then scurry to the other side.
All right.
And
So
go down that way.
while you're running around doing all that, what's everybody else doing? Because that's going to take him a couple of turns.
Actually, did you tell us about the lever? Maybe we can get our giant friend.
He wouldn't be able to tell you about the lever
That's right.
He's a rat.
because he's
That's right.
currently a rat.
I think
I'm
I'm
just-
just kind of sitting there chilling.
Okay, so you guys, with the three of you working on it, you're definitely making much faster headway into breaking all this ice off this door to get it to open than Harshnag was all by himself. Much faster work there. And so you guys are continually working. You're just kind of chilling out there, Gregic. So,
Pondering how to open this weird mist
gotcha. All right,
thing.
easy enough.
Now you said the
and-
necklace looked like it was barbarian made?
Yes.
Or that's what... Is it one of... Gregik, aren't you a barbarian? I thought one of you guys was a barbarian.
He is not of the same tribe as the ones that you guys just killed.
Oh. But would he... I wonder if I'm going to give him the necklace and see if he can tell anything about it, since he is part barbarian, or is barbarian.
I
Okay.
do like my necklaces.
Yeah, go
So-
ahead and if you're doing that, give me an investigation check while you're looking at it.
Me or... Gregik?
Gregic, because he's the one looking at it.
Oh.
All right. I mean, you can definitely tell it's kind of your standard natural type materials used to make it. Sticks and wood, kind of like weaved in and out between each other for a lot of the pieces of it and the decorations and whatnot. It's slightly, but it is still the main portion of it is still metal. And yeah, it's definitely it's a necklace, and it's probably made by people who don't deal too much with metal, because it's not like the metal was shaped, more than it was just kind of pounded into a circle-ish shape.
Definitely.
Yeah,
not
it's a
Smith.
necklace.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nothing that it's not of his clan, so he's
It was
not
worth a
entirely
shot.
sure. Yep, no worries.
Okay.
All outrage, Goober still
Do
just
better work in my
wrecking the
sleep.
cage.
All right. So yeah, while all that's going on, essentially what you see over there, Huss. Ooh, I zoomed out far too far. Is another room, essentially the mirror of the room to the south side there,
Okay.
with another lever, about 12 foot up the wall. This one is actually, and this lever itself, you can see, is kind of caked with ice.
Okay. Well, then with that info, I'll head back and let people know
Okay,
what I found.
turn back into yourself.
Turn back into myself
All right.
after I get through the bars.
Yes, I kind of figured that.
Rat!
Kill the rat! It's me! Stop it!
They should be used to this by now.
Yeah, just randomly changing into things. All right, so
People, there are levers back there.
Like levers.
One of them's pretty iced over, but I don't know what they go to.
I like levers.
Sorry, the giant was shopping. Did you say there's lepers?
Levers. Levers.
Levers.
There's leopards.
Leopards.
Jeez.
Meow.
Well, why are there leopards here? You think they'd be frozen by now?
They're snow leopards.
Oh, that's right. I forget about the snow.
Obviously.
Jeez.
Oh.
all right.
So they're about 12 feet off the ground.
What,
I
the
can't reach.
leopards? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
leopards are 12 feet off the ground.
Now I'm frightened. You're lucky to get out of there with your life, friend. Ah.
I know.
And he was a nice juicy rat too.
Have the dwarf pull him. He should be tall enough.
Uh-huh.
If we throw them.
I mean, you guys keep threatening to throw me, and no one ever does.
I don't even know if our
Just-
giant friend could get down that hallway, because he's bigger than that, I think.
Well, you just gotta go down the center door and climb.
He
the
can
ledge
squeeze
again.
down that hallway. It's 10 feet wide. He's got about a 15, so I mean, he'll just be squeezing. But yeah, he can make it through.
Okay.
Think thin. Think thin.
It's still 20 feet tall. You know, it's 10 feet wide.
So do you think we should have him go push a lever and see what happens?
Why?
I
I mean,
mentioned
what's the
to
worst
the
that can
kid,
happen? All the statues
That's
come
it.
alive.
Don't ask that.
Oh God, please let at least one of these statues come to life, please.
So,
Let's sit
hey,
down.
Ash Brown, can you stop chopping at the door and go push a lever for us?
Ash Brown.
Tortle,
It's 12 feet.
I
can
have-
probably do that, couldn't
I have been patient with you.
I
Harsh
think he likes being called hash.
nag.
That's what I said, I thought.
No. I am not shredded potatoes. And he just stares at you this whole time, like not blinking, just looking at you.
He thinks you're
He's
dumb.
off the
Guess
giant.
what? Minding my own business, not doing a thing. Nope. Not me this time. Nope.
It's
I'm
not.
horrible with names.
If
You
that
wanna
is
go pull a
truly
lever?
the case and you mean nothing by it, please, harsh nag.
Macarena.
No, I'm Huss.
He starts
roll for
to
initiative.
he lifts his finger up and then stops. Like his mouth is halfway open and just stops what he's doing, closes his mouth, shakes his head, and turns away, and starts to walk down towards the double doors.
I love it.
See what I got to put up with?
I know,
Indeed.
right?
He looks around as do. Which lever shall I pull first, the northern or southern?
Can you carry me and I'll direct you?
No.
I would rather not. I can, however, help you get to the ledge.
Okay, that'll work too.
You made him mad. He may push you over.
All right, so he kind of walks down the steps, waits for doesn't even wait for you to follow him, just starts moving down the steps. Which way?
Oh wait, you guys stay here. Tell us what happens if anything. Okay, bye.
I come out to
This
the
way.
stairs, and just kind of lean against the edge there to
All right.
read any messages that may or may not be prudent.
So you need assistance getting up here?
Yes, please.
All right, because his hands are so big, he kind of can just put his hand directly under your feet and kind of lift you up a little bit while you kind of scramble up on your own. So you're able to make it up easily with his help, and he comes up right behind you.
Think thin. Could be a tight squeeze.
All right. And he's right behind you. He moves forward.
So there's the first lever.
Indeed. He kind of looks at it, and reaches over and kind of gives it a little tug, right? And it's not, it's kind of tight, so he grabs it. He takes his axe, which he's been kind of carrying this whole time, and puts it on his back, sheathes it up on his back, and grabs a hold of the lever and puts his force behind it. And at first he kind of strains a little bit, but eventually you hear a click as it slams down in the down position. As soon as he starts doing that, you hear a rumbling. Huss, you and Harshnag hear a rumbling to the kind of through the stone around you. And Morgan, you don't see anything down that hallway outside of what your as far down as your dark vision can go. You don't see anything happening.
All right. I'm gonna come on down this direction to see if anything happened to those poles.
Did you guys tie up your horses or not? I don't remember if you told me that or not. There wasn't really anything to tie them to, so I guess they're just kind of standing in that area.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're not going to fall into a pit.
So did anything happen to the pylons, the poles? Did they sink into the ground maybe?
For what are you talking about? Sorry.
Portcullis.
I
The
came down
portcullis?
to the
No,
the portcullis.
they did not move.
Okay. Thank you.
And while you're doing that, you kind of hear some neighing happen from down the hallway, kind of panicked. Then suddenly you hear an extremely loud thud happen. Followed by
I'm gonna come out here and see if I can see anything from the ledge.
All right, so as you come out, you notice that there is now a large. Wait, let me do this. There seems to be a wall here that wasn't there before. Draw, will you? Uh-oh. Don't crash on me now. It's thinking.
Think so hard too.
All right, I'll just do it the easy way then. It may have locked up on me. I hope it didn't. There we go. We're just gonna do it the easy way. We're gonna turn off. We're gonna clear the drawing. We're gonna go ahead and turn off drawing. And I'm just gonna do it this way. Give me a second, guys. This wasn't working the way I wanted it to.
Couldn't handle your mad art skills.
You see a wall. I'm just using these as the tokens. It seems like there's now a wall here that was not here before. And you notice that 2 of the horses are on one side of it, but you don't know where the other horses are.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, I'm gonna go back into my giant friend's house or place thing where he's at and ask him to tell him that it put a wall down right here out from us, and I only see 2 horses, and see if he'll flip the switch the opposite direction.
All right, he'll grab a hold of it, and he'll go ahead and pull this time upward on it. And when he pulls upward on it, this first try, he's really straining to get this thing up. And he kind of looks at you and grabs it with both hands this time. And tries again. This time, he also kind of doesn't have a really good grip on it. And his hands, he's not quite got the strength to pull this thing up. And so finally, after straining for quite some time, he's finally able to flip the switch upward. When it flips upward, you hear that same rumbling coming from the north, and you hear the panicked neighing of horses. The ones that are standing next to it kind of take off running as the wall starts raising up into the ceiling.
As I hear some panicked horses, I do the best I can to roll my wide self down these stairs, see if I can't catch some horses.
They're just getting away from the door. They're just freaking out and getting away from the door a few, 15, 20 feet.
Hey, Morgan, while you're down there, get the other horses and bring the rest of them in.
Yeah.
If they're still there.
I got you, dude.
I'm assuming I can see them out there now.
Yeah, they're now that you're kind of out of the way a little bit, they kind of spread out away from that area and are out in the snow and cold.
All right, let's just assume that I'm making work and effort into getting all of these goons in this direction.
All right, yeah, so you're able to kind of guide the horses in. They will follow your lead in there. They kind of step nervously through the hallway.
Right.
I'll go back to my giant friend. I assume that the other lever on the opposite side will do a similar thing. Would you agree?
I would surmise that, yes, that is correct.
Well, now we know. So if we get in trouble, we can lock the doors.
Indeed.
I think we should put the dwarf on the other side of the doors and lock it.
Fine, I'll just be taking my horses with me then.
I'm
Good luck,
gonna go
everybody.
investigate this statue in the middle and see if I could see any kind of like levers or anything around it.
All
at
right, give me a perception check, please. And that door to the south looks like it's close to being cleared of enough ice to probably be opened.
Maybe we should lock that door before we go too far. To just know that door is locked would be a good idea, methinks.
Then let's go and tell Harshnag. Did I say it right that time, sir?
Yes, thank you.
Should we go back and let them know that we found the door? closey lever thingy? Okay, let's do that.
I'm sorry, say that again. I was reading something.
I'm just having him follow me back so we can tell him that we found that door.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's easily can keep up with you and make his way back. And, yeah.
So, we found a way to close the front door. However, lifting it back up could be a struggle. And if that froze over, we might not get out.
Yeah, let's not risk not being able to get out of here.
Because our giant friend, it took him pretty much all he had to get it back up after it went down.
Yeah.
Hey, giant friend, I think the bugbear just challenged you.
Well, good luck, Gregor.
It was nice knowing you.
Right.
I spoke on behalf of the dwarf.
No. I'm back here at this
The
wall.
bugbear's trying to learn ventriloquism.
No.
Right.
His challenge is his own, sir. I will have nothing to do with it.
Well, I say it's back to the door then. Chop.
All right. So, you guys spend quite some time, and after everything else, after a good with Harshnag, and it takes a grand total of about 15 minutes to chip enough ice off of this door to clear up the ice around the latches and the center opening and where the edges are, essentially. So you're essentially just chipping around the outside of it to get enough ice off of this thing so you can actually open it.
And frozen doors.
So yeah, it takes a good 15 minutes with like 4 people working on it.
Harshnag, you want to try to open up the door?
Yeah, so he kind of, as he walks up, he kind of motions for, yep, and you got out of the way, good. For you to get out of the way, and steps up and grabs the latch, lifts up on it, and begins to try to pull it towards himself in order to open it up. And at first it doesn't really move that well. And he kind of pulls on it and it doesn't quite go. He then takes his shoulder, takes a couple of steps back, and then runs forward and slams his shoulder into it, shaking the door ever so slightly. I mean, it's made of pure stone, so it's not like it's shaking a lot, but there's definitely a vibration that you feel. And he, this time, attempts it again, and this time the door pulls open. Some ice still kind of cracks and falls off of the edges and stuff like that. And as the door slowly opens, you are greeted by a pretty brightly lit room.
Roll initiative.
And as you... Let me get to this. As you kind of go up and see, this room here is lit by what looks to be like a very large fire in the center of the room.
Ooh.
And additionally to that, from what you can see, there looks to be some sort of alcove or opening kind of over this direction. And with a couple of pillars. Oops, that was a terrible drawing. There we go. Seems to be like an alcove or something kind of up in here as well. Actually, from that angle, yeah, that's about right. It's good enough. So there's a bunch of pillars and things in there. There is extremely long benches. So, and again, these benches are like they're this is basically what looks to be a very large feast hall. There are a bunch of tables with benches spread around all sides here. All of the benches themselves are made of stone, as are the actual tables themselves. But these are, again, 3 times bigger than, a normal one that you're usually used to. And as again, this room is definitely warmer than the other ones. You can kind of feel the faint warmth coming from that big fire in the center of the room. Even from where you are now, it's not like it's like, oh, this is nice and toasty warm, but it's definitely warmer than the room is where you're standing now.
Okay, I'm gonna enter the room, and hopefully I won't be
Do we
served
know
for dinner.
what time of day it is?
You guys have been in here probably about an hour now, maybe a little more. So it's kind of still evening time.
Okay.
But
So
so
if
all
we're
right,
gonna rest at all, I think we rest in here.
Right. But again, I'm concerned about this fire, if nothing else. As far as I know, we fought our way into and
I ain't
through
scared.
frozen doors.
you ain't scared. All right.
Well, it's like no one's been in here. They weren't in here, so who lit the fire?
Exactly.
I did.
How exactly?
So as you guys are moving in, you hear a screech happen from the corner of the room. You guys want to move back when you first entered the room for me.
Roll initiative
And
to see if we're dinner.
everybody roll initiative.
Yes.
See?
Ooh,
Put
what
it
is
right,
that?
son.
That looks cool.
So this beast, what you
what's for
kind of
dinner.
see, it is this very large creature, and as it kind of lifts up, you can see tendrils of heat coming off of it.
I don't like how it looks.
You can kind of see its body kind of pulses a little bit, and you can kind of see the waves of heat coming off of it. Behind its head, these wings kind of flare out from the side, and from right behind its head, and it hisses at you with these very large teeth. It looks angry that you're here.
Ooh.
Oh, Harshnag.
All right,
you might wanna come in here.
he's about to roll for initiative real quick. I'm gonna do that for him. And then the trees. Everybody rolled, right? Yeah, looked like they did. So he's just got to roll. Let's go ahead and get Harshnag set up for that. And then Biggie.
I'm definitely going to be on the bottom of the initiative rolls.
Well, I don't know, like the trees are slow. Yeah, like Biggie just rolled a -2.
Ugh. And I'm clearly overzealous with this one.
They should probably just work on trying to open the other doors.
And then Toothless's turn is... Wow. I rolled 1 for both of those guys. Yep.
Ew.
All right, so... I accidentally did -152. -2.
I hope you roll ones for this caterpillar centipede looking guy, because he doesn't look like he's going to be fun.
Yeah, maybe not. All right, so... We'll do that, and where is he at, Biggie?
Wait, I think I'm having a really bad dream.
All right. Morgren, you hear the hiss of something come from that room as Amandrea walks into... Oh, yeah, you're inside there, too. Let's move this so y'all can see what the hell's going on.
I followed her in here.
Yep, you sure did. All right.
The dwarf's been a bad influence on me.
Just
I
walking
know.
into places.
I'm rubbing off on all of you.
Twerk.
I
Wait,
mean that
that can't be right.
figuratively? Yeah, figuratively. Totally figuratively.
What you doing?
Oh, my turn, you said?
Yeah, I said Morgan. You're up,
my
man.
bad. This is gonna be a horrible idea, but it's gonna be great. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is that gray section a wall by chance?
What gray section are you talking about here?
Along the same wall as our dragon friend.
Talking about right here?
Yeah, where I'm sitting.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's a wall.
Perfect. Using my dash, I come just running up towards this section.
Okay,
Trying to stay out of LOS. I have sight.
got it.
Straight lines and whatnot.
Yep, got it.
That's my turn.
All right, cool. Gregik, you're up.
I would like to tell everyone that this nightmare just became a really good dream. Let's just all step back, close the door. Let
Forget
Morgan
about
deal
all
with
of this.
Just forget about it all. No.
Oh, come on! I thought we were friends. My buddy.
All right, I'm coming in. It's 5 foot, right? 5, 10, 15. Or it's still 30. All right. 5, right? Yeah.
Yeah, each one's 5.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 35, 40.
Ew.
All right.
This is why I need mobility.
No, I'm not going to use Enrage or anything.
Okay.
That's it.
You're just gonna go there and you're done?
I guess, alright, if the weird thing approaches me, I'm going to cleave it
Got it.
with my...
Ready in an action for it to get smacked in the face if it comes up on you.
Please.
Well, speaking of that thing, yeah, there we go. So this thing kind of moves forward. Again, this thing is huge. It's all kind of curled up. It's blue. And 15, 20, 30. And it moves in towards here. And it kind of moves like a snake.
Oh god.
Kind of like a giant blue cobra with these large fins. But again, with like heat.
It's like
coming
a
off of it.
centipede with all those legs.
The Gyarados.
It's like a cobra. We need a mongoose.
Ooh.
All right. Skamos, you're up.
So I may have just predicted this fight. We needed a honey badger for it. Totally a night for honey badgers.
I don't even know if I want to go to that room. I think it'd be a lot better for us to wait for it to come out through the door.
Potentially for you, it's a bad idea for you to be in this room. Yeah, I don't know. It seems scary and barred Edie, I guess.
I do want to tame it. Can we make this into a pet?
Ooh, I'm in.
Yes, but you have to get close enough to touch it.
Can't touch
I'm
this.
sure I will.
No, that's-
I'm sure I will.
I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of.
You have to hug it really strong.
You have to
Really
give it lots of
hard.
scritches.
All the scritches. Get it, Skamos. This is a job for you.
I'll
You got
just
this,
cast Firebolt at it.
Okay.
Even though it's probably immune to fire. But whatever. YOLO.
Guess you'll find out.
All right.
Yeah.
You're 17. Or you're 24, I guess I should say, will hit. Why did you launch a second one?
Grab the wrong die.
And your firebolt slams into it, but doesn't seem like it did any kind of damage to it at all.
Yeah, I figured as much.
get that hybrid going and become a water tiefling.
Water deal.
Next level. I can get an ice spell if I want.
All right. That was Skamos. So, all right, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45. He moves his way up here. And that's all he can really do.
As a bonus action, can I start crying?
Crying's a free action, so, cry anytime you need. Huss, you're up.
Okay, I'm moving there. That's a black dot's a pillar, right?
That is a pillar, yes, that is correct. Now,
then,
so you guys know these benches, you can scramble over and under them because of how big they are. So you can get under the table and stuff like that, or climb up on the bench and climb up on the table if you choose to, just so you know.
And I want to conjure my 2 wolves, please.
All right. Easy enough. So, which, I guess I'll just throw them in here. And they are now friendlies. There's number 1. And there's number 2 summoned by you. Put them where you want to put them. Is he on top of that, or is he
on the table?
You just put the puppy dogs on the table. Got it. So as they kind of appear up on that, they seem to have knocked over a couple of plates that were left up there that y'all didn't see before, and you kind of hear a crash as a pile of plates, metal plates, kind of fall over.
Woo!
That was my dinner.
Loud noises!
All right, so that was your turn, and Amandrea, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move right here, and I'm close enough to everybody.
Yep.
And I shall cast my bless at a level 2.
Okay, that will give you 5 targets.
Make sure you give one to the giant.
Give one to the giant.
Or 4 targets, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Is it 4 or 5?
Doesn't it
4.
already
It's
have
4.
a plus
Yeah, it's 4.
11 to its hit?
Give it all it can.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give bless on the giant.
Oh, it's auto.
Don't put it on Huss himself.
Okay, I'll put it on
Do it on anyone who's going to be up in the grill of this thing.
Greygick.
Yep.
I'm gonna do it on myself. And then I'll do it on Morgan since
There you
she
go.
almost usually stays back a little bit. So.
Yep, that makes sense.
And they can't do much.
And then I'm gonna ready my sword and shield.
All right, so you get your bless out there, and you are ready to go. Well, you already had your sword out because you were working on the door, so...
Oh yeah, that's right too.
Yep.
And I'm gonna tell my shield to protect me.
Got it. Shield pops up, starts floating around.
Biggie's turn.
Yep. And they can't do much except move, because they are slow-ass trees. Right, that was Biggles and Toothless's turn, and we are back at the top for the Direwolf. Number 1.
Get wrecked, pupper.
They are going to wait right here for right now.
Okay.
Till this thing gets closer. If they get... So they can ready an action too, right?
Yes, they can.
If it gets closer, they want to bite.
To bite? All right.
Yep.
We're able to do that, no problem. They are ready to... They just sit there, their hackles are up, and they're just, feet are out, and they're ready to pounce, and they're just growling. Just growling. Morgan, speaking of growling, you're up.
Yay! 5, 15, 25, 5, 10, 25. In true dwarven style, I just come barreling in under the table, using the big section as a kind of a top cover.
Okay.
Still understanding this is a snake-like creature.
Uh-huh.
I'll probably wrap around the table a few times.
Okay.
I used the dash to get in there,
Yep.
so I mean,
You're done.
yeah.
Yep. Gregic, you're up.
Green guy, I tell you.
Yeah, that dude just ran right in there, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's what he does. That's what he does. You say anything about him, you can say he's definitely he's definitely the character he is.
Yep.
40.
Did you run through the table? Round it, over it, and all that?
Went underneath it.
Okay. So 10,
Yeah,
10,
totally underneath
25. Yep.
I was gonna go on top of it with the dogs, but since Morgan's up here, figured can't leave him, alone
By himself. All right. Easy enough.
Says the guy that wanted to close the door and run the opposite direction, leaving him in here by himself.
That laugh.
This guy.
That laugh. All right.
I'm gonna stop right there.
Okay.
Wait again.
Yep, that works. So, this thing. It gets right up in your grill.
Ah, crap.
You can feel the heat coming off of this thing. It's actually uncomfortable how hot this thing is compared to, this close to you. You can feel it.
The heat of the moment.
That's right. Skamos!
Speaking of the devil, like creature. Damn it.
Go give it the
Can
cold
I-
shoulder.
Offered a
shoot
nice
at it
cool
with
drink.
my crossbow.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
It's tall enough you can see it over the tables.
It's only mildly terrifying.
Yeah, only mildly.
Wow, we
You're
got +5 on
15.
Nice. What's your
Will
dexterity? Wow.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
Woof. I know, right? Higher. It's at least a 16. That's what we've just learned.
And
That's
probably not good. This could end
Gonna-
badly.
hide behind.
I'm gonna go
Andrea
hide behind Andrea.
and continue
I'm
trying.
hiding.
I'll also give Bardic Inspiration to Gregic.
Okay. Awesome. Bardic Inspiration now on you, Gregic, which will allow you to get advantage on an attack or a save. Or something or another.
It's actually plus D8, I think.
Yeah. Alright,
See,
so...
Harshnag! Go get him,
remember
Harshnag! Go get him.
25.
Oh god, where's my notebook?
30.
Save me.
Oh, he cannot...
I'll be right back, you guys.
Alright, that's not gonna work. Actually, yeah. 15, 20, 25, 35, 10, 15, 20. So he's gonna start running around the table. He's gonna start just... Remember, these tables are his size.
Ooh.
So that would be like an actual long bench and table for him to, like, jump over, essentially. Not as easy as it is for you guys to kind of scramble around.
There you go, Morgan. You put me in this spot. You put me in this spot.
Plus, you're
I
up.
didn't put you
Where's
anywhere.
his handy
I ran under
dandy
a
giant
table
boulders
to
he always
defend
carries
myself,
with him
okay?
to chuck at things?
I mean,
Husmagus!
don't you put that on me, Bugbear.
I'm
Put that on
looking.
me.
Give him a cold drink of water.
I can maybe do that, but I'm going to do it from like under the table over here.
See?
Everyone's like, we are under the table.
I think
No.
we should close the door.
So what you doing under the table?
I'm going to. Let's see, how far away is he?
Looks like 20 feet, 5,
5,
10, 15, 20, 25 feet from you.
25?
Yep.
Let's get ice knife.
All right.
Nice.
So attack him.
All right, that's going to hit with a 19.
So we'll do the damage first. Let that
And
roll to an 8 instead of a 2.
whoops. I
And
moved
I'm
the
going
wrong
to do
thing.
this. Do the save for him.
Yep, makes his save.
And then he doesn't take any, but I got to roll it for Greg too.
So yeah, the piercing damage definitely hits him. So the ice definitely hits him.
And Greg survived the shards too.
Oh
so he's
yeah,
fine.
look, the ice didn't hit you, Greg. Isn't that nice?
Man.
Okay.
All
So
right.
That's it.
All right, cool. So your ice knife was able to pierce him, but not so much any damage from the cold. Amandrea, you're up.
I think I'm gonna go check on the horses. I'm just kidding.
Starts whistling and just turns around.
Do, 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 do.
10, 15, 20, 20. I can move 30, right? So
Yes.
I'm gonna go right. I'll go. Wait, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm underneath the table.
Yep. So you're able to just kind of scramble. You're actually on the bench. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, you're on
I'm
the
on the
bench.
bench.
Yeah. So that actually allows you from where you are, you can kind of see over the tabletop a little bit.
Okay.
Through the doggy's legs.
And I am Judge Judy, and I am sentencing this guy to death.
Wow. All
Because I
right.
am on the bench. I'm on the bench.
You're now on the bench. Got it. I didn't get that at first, and now I do. All right. So we got 5.
And that's all I can do right
15,
now.
20, yeah. 20. Dang, guys. You guys are slow. The trees are slowly making their way in. That's both of them. That's Biggie and Toothless. Direwolf 1 is back up.
Las Vegas.
You're on mute.
Sorry, I was chatting with my wife at
Oh.
the same time. So
Tell her we're playing
Um,
games. Jeez.
Ooh.
Gay time.
which one's one?
I
I found him.
Let me zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, one's the one. Yep, right
Can I
there.
move him there?
You sure can. Hops off the bench
Okay.
and runs down. He will get advantage because Greg is right next to it.
Yes, that's me.
Advantage. Going to attack.
That will miss.
It's at least 17. Whoopsie.
Okay.
All right. And number 2.
Number 2 is going to come down. Same thing.
Hot. Well, I love the placement, by the way.
That one will hit. So yeah, it bites down. But as it bites down upon it, and it fails its saving throw. That's interesting. So as it bites down from it, all of a sudden, its mouth gets burnt by the hot flesh of this creature, burning its mouth a little bit as it bites down and gets a hold of it.
Poor puppy dog.
It takes 10 points of fire damage.
He's a spirit animal.
Yeah, that's right.
Can't
Don't
feel
care
fire.
about him. Margaret, you're up.
All right. Now I have a question.
Yes.
Would I be able to stay underneath the bench because of my shortness?
Not really. You would have to squat down, so you would be squeezing if you stayed there.
All right.
What about getting on the bench?
Yeah, I'm getting on the bench at this point. I was just
Okay.
curious to that facet.
Yep.
You're not gonna pop a squat.
Exactly. So I step forward and go to make a few swings at this goon.
All right.
Yeah, that's the dice. Ooh.
All right. Your first one hits.
I'm going to be expending a supremacy dice.
Okay.
For a menacing strike.
All right.
He's going to need to pass a wisdom saving throw or become frightened.
All right. So that's 14 big points of damage, and you take 12 points of fire damage after your strike hits him.
Plus an additional 4 points because
what's this? What was this save again?
A wisdom saving throw. Plus
All right.
I get that 4 points of damage because of
Yep.
I get the dice.
Got
That's
it.
the end.
That's in there. And where is his?
That should lower its AC by 2 points.
All right, hold on.
Simply-
You said it was.
Yep.
He has to make a
Wisdom.
what saving throw again?
Wisdom saving.
Against what?
What's
your DC?
My DC. Hold on. The DC isn't listed on the ability. Maneuver saving throw DC plus 8 plus proficiency bonus. So DC 8 plus.
Your proficiency should be 3 now, so 11. It's not like strength or anything?
No, that's what it is. It's a strength. It's a 3 on my biggest modifier, so it would be 11.
All right, no, so then plus 3 for your proficiency bonus. So 14.
14. Okay, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
All right. All right, and it fails its save.
Nice.
So did that give you, what does it give you? Frightened? Is that what you said? It makes it frightened?
And
Yep.
2 less AC.
Yeah, if memory serves, being frightened lowers its AC. If memory serves. So, I mean, let's try that again.
Morgan Fireforge just frightened it.
Oh.
And your second attack misses.
Ouchies. I'm going to call that my turn.
Okay. Cool, easy enough. Next.
Damage every time we hit it. I don't like. Actually, no. Can I actually? I want to back up. Actually.
5, 10. You can do that. You only move like 20 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up like right.
All right, cool. Yep, easy enough. Greg, you're up.
Does that trigger an opportunity attack?
Actually,
I'll take it if it wants. I would still like to move if it wants to swing at me.
yeah. So it's 5, 10. Yeah, you moved out of its range, so it's gonna try to bite down on you. And
right on the money too.
Hit for
Oh God!
45 points of damage. 36 points from the bite, and 9 points from the pure heat of the bite as it breaks down on you. You were also, as it kind of grabs hold of you, it keeps you from going anywhere. So put yourself right back where you were.
Can I choose to expend a supremacy dice to parry as well?
I mean, you can go ahead and do that as a reaction, but you will still be grappled and restrained.
That is fine. I need the extra. So there's that. Oh, that's nice. Actually, I need to reread parry. Hold on.
Somehow it said that was... Oh, that's why, because it's targeted on him. That's fine. Whatever. I'll remove that real quick, because it's the wrong...
Okay, so it's an 8 plus 3, so less than 11.
All right, so that's that one. Let's go ahead and. Oh, you know what? You don't get that. Never mind. Yeah, you just take the damage. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can move. I read something wrong. Don't worry, because it's not going to be. It's just going to be a regular attack.
That's freaking awesome. I would recommend ranged attacks because 12 points a hit is a lot of damage to take on a retaliation.
Not to mention the bite. All right.
Yep.
So that was Morgan's turn. You're done. Gregik, you're up.
I'm gonna enrage.
Yeah, you do that.
And then I'm going to lightning strike it.
Look how Gregik's between two big D's.
It's an average Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. Succeeds. 3 points of damage, lowered down to 1 because it made its saving throw. But your lightning did seem to be effective against it.
Yes. I'm going to use my halberd on it.
Yep. That is a critical hit.
yes!
Finally.
Get wrecked.
Hey.
Now we get to see what your weapon does, right?
Oh yeah. I'm so glad you said something.
Yep. So as you bring your sword or your halberd down upon it and you hit with the crit, the serrated edge seems to vibrate ever so quickly, kind of digging into it just a little bit more, doing 7 more points of damage to the creature as it blood kind of flies off of it as the head vibrates ever so slightly and it digs into the flesh of this creature. So that would be that. Don't you have brutal critical yet?
No, I don't.
Oh, I thought you had that already. Aw.
Wish I did.
That would have been even more damage. All right. Yeah, so it looks like what this thing does is on critical hits, it'll do an extra 7 points of damage on top of whatever else you do.
What?
Nice.
Yeah. Also, you take 6 points of damage from the retaliating heat coming off of this thing.
All right, and then I'm gonna hit him again.
Yep. Yeah, that's a 26. That's gonna hit.
Oh, come on! Why didn't you?
11 more points of damage to him. And
Why did it stay on the 10?
yeah, no kidding. And 4 more points of fire damage for retaliation.
And
You got this, Gregik. It's all you, buddy.
All right.
good together.
All right. That is Gregik's turn. Now,
Teddy bear.
this big hulking creature looks straight down at you and tries to bite you. And oh, I forgot he was currently frightened. He is frightened of you. I'm sorry. I gotta fix that. Give me a second. That's actually
Was he prone too, or
no.
No, he's
from
just
the dire
frightened.
bear?
He's the direwolf never tripped him,
Oh,
but
What's,
Morgan was able to fear it. And I gotta remember exactly what that is, and I don't off the top of my head what frightened is. So I gotta look it up real quick because I am a goofball. Because I think you have to run. And I just want to double check that. Matches.
And I need to read a wording. I want to know when the effect ends.
Okay. What is it?
Bear with me, please.
Okay.
Menacing attack. Whenever you attack a creature with a weapon, or I'm sorry, whenever you hit a creature with an attack, you can expend a supremacy dice, frighten target, add damage, wisdom saving throw, until the end of my next turn.
Okay, yeah, so it's afraid of you until the end of your next turn. So the next time you get to go, it'll no longer be afraid.
Yeah.
All right, now I know what Frighten does. Yeah, so it's got disadvantage on attack rolls, so it doesn't have to flee. It just can't move closer to you. That's it. So it does hit with its bite for all them dice. Total of 22 points of damage after you resist some of it. You don't resist the fire, but you reduce everything else. And you are currently grappled.
Yeah.
And restrained. All right. That's its turn. At least it only attacks once, right? Scamos, you're up.
Right? That's all it needs.
So by the way, its mouth is wrapped around you right now. That's what's grappling you, is its mouth.
Okay.
Well, if it's got you in its mouth, it can't bite us.
Right?
Ooh, I'm a mouthful.
So fuzzy.
So, if I'm right here, can I chuck an ice bomb 20 feet and not hit people, or will it hit people?
10, 15, 20.
That besides the dragon.
You're going to either hit the direwolf, Grigic, or something.
The dire puppy could take it.
I'll just
If you
wait another turn before I chuck that.
You can shoot at him again.
Yeah, I'll just shoot him and
I was going to say,
cry a
some
little bit
damage
more.
is better than no damage.
Oh.
With an 18, that's going to hit with a 23. For 4 more points of damage to it. Thunk! Your crossbow bolt hits it.
And then I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Morgan and then continue crying.
Oh. Alright. So, Harshnarg, now that he's... He runs up, but he backs away just a little bit from this thing. And says, "Let go of him!" And takes a swing.
careful, Harshnarg. It hurts.
Got
Harshnag.
this, buddy.
With a 21 will hit.
Well, I guess he's gonna be hash browns now.
For 35 points of damage.
You get down with your bad self.
With his attack.
Oh yeah.
Huss, you're up.
Does he take damage?
No.
Wow.
All right. I'm going to.
There's a reason for that.
A
Because he's an ice giant.
little more.
Probably.
The maniac.
And I believe if I throw an ice bomb from here, I can put it in the middle and not hit anybody else. Yeah.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, I'm hurling an ice bomb then.
Hurling the ice bomb.
Just 2d6 plus 2.
Yeah. The damage should be on that thing.
Throw thy holy hand. Count to 3.
Not
two.
4. Yeah, not 2, not 4. 5 is right out. That's right. Now it's real D&D. We're doing Monty Python quotes.
Does he have to do the... Yeah, he has to do the save.
Yep. He does make his saving throw.
So is it partial damage then?
Yes. Yep.
Pair of ones. Duh.
That's how I roll.
That's right.
rolling like that.
And I believe that's my last ice bomb. Cause
Oh, I just realized I put the wrong thing on there. Okay, never mind. I messed up.
Uh-oh.
Oh well, we'll let it fly. All right, that was your turn. That was your last ice bomb. Amadrea.
I shall take a shot at it with my longbow.
Okay. 23. That is going to hit it for 5 points of damage.
And I'll shoot it again.
Yep, and that's going to hit with a 24 for 2 points of damage. All right, 2 definite hits against it. That is its turn. And Mr. Slow Pokey 1 and Slow Pokey 2.
This creature might be dead by the time our tree friends actually get in the fight.
they probably shouldn't fight this thing anyway.
Seriously.
Yeah, they'll burn up.
They're kind of flammable.
We'll have kindling.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Remember,
So they
Remember
both move
Bushy.
it. Remember Bushy. Well, Bushy was killed by lightning, technically. So.
Still burst into flame. Remember, like.
Direwolf 1, you're up.
Bushy?
Okay, Direwolf 1's gonna take a bite at a crime.
Chomp.
I need the advantage.
Yeah, with the advantage.
Disadvantage.
That's gonna hit. No, yeah. That's gonna hit with a 19.
Yeah, say, what kind
For
of
5
face
points of
do
damage.
creatures have?
2 runs again.
Yep.
What are they-
That was Direwolf
what kind of
1,
odds?
correct? Yes, it was.
Yeah. And he saved.
Yep, and
Yes.
took 16 fire damage from that bite.
Yeah.
And now number 2.
How much health does this thing have?
Number 2.
That attack will miss. Morgan, you're up.
I dropped my war axe underneath the table there.
Okay.
Pull out the longbow
All right.
and start volleying shots at him.
Yeah, that's
for-
going to hit with a 25.
I'm gonna burn one more supremacy dice to menacing strikes.
Can you menacing strike with a ranged weapon?
Let me check something. I'm thinking I can. Combat supremacy. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack.
Oh, it just says weapon. Yeah, then you're good.
Okay, perfect.
Because if it specifies, it'll say melee weapon or it'll say ranged weapon. If it just says weapon, it means either.
Perfect. There's that.
Right, there's 10 points of damage.
There's the D8.
Yep, 6 more points of damage to it.
And it's frightened again until the end of my next turn.
All right, cool.
And
That
hold
works.
on.
So I gotta add your 6 to it for the supremacy.
Okay, I got
Yep,
you.
I got it in there.
And there's for the second attack. Woo! Unnatural, but that's okay. I'll take it.
Oh, that's right. You got a bow now. I forget
Yep,
that
I
you have a
actually-
bow now, so you can fire twice. He is now critically wounded with that second arrow hit.
I will be using my action surge.
Okay.
And my bonus action for some healing because I should do it too.
You maybe. Yep. So you use your second wind on yourself. Make sure you actually pull it. There you go. 12 points of damage healed on you. You collect your inner thoughts
I want to live.
and roll an automatic 1, and that means you miss. And for your second attack is a 9, which also misses. Yeah.
And that's my turn. Formal pass.
All right, Gregik, you are currently being grappled and restrained by this. Now, you can go ahead and try to attack if you wish, or you can try to use your action to break free of the grapple.
What
And
happens if I fail on my attack? Anything bad happen, or just
not if you fail your attack, no.
If he fails
I can
to
lightning
grapple?
strike here still, though. Right?
Yeah, you could absolutely lightning strike it. You can use your bonus action to. I mean, it's in your mouth. You should be able to shoot it in the face with lightning. And yeah, because apparently it fails its saving throw. So
Ooh.
Nice.
perfect. Because his mouth is completely wrapped around you, your shock goes right up through its face, electrocuting it from the inside.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and
That worked out perfect, actually. Failed to save and you rolled
Try
max
to attack.
damage.
Oh, so happy.
I'm so happy.
I'll try and attack it. Do I get a disadvantage or?
It'll do it automatically.
Okay.
Remind me what my inspiration can do again if I threw that on him.
It would give him advantage to any one roll. Skill check, attack roll, or saving throw.
With his
Do you want to
bardic
be-
inspiration,
All you gotta do is add a D8 to your attack roll.
I'm gonna probably end up doing that if
Okay.
this goes too sour.
That's a 12, which will miss.
Can I add the D8 now then?
Yep.
Yep.
Go ahead and use it up.
Which one's the D8?
It's the triangle one where you actually can see the triangle, not the pyramid.
Next to the
Next to the
D6.
yeah, the third one from the if you might have moved everything around.
I did move it from the third one from the left, right?
Yeah,
From the right.
Wrong button.
yeah, the right. Sorry, that's a 10.
I missed.
Roll the 8. That was a 10.
Oh,
The
my
next
bad.
one over. Sorry, went from the wrong direction. From the right. All right, yeah,
I
it's
missed.
still a miss. All right. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, man. Like maybe you'll do it. Let's roll the right die and see what happens. Yeah.
I'll try the second one then.
All right, your second one will also miss. So it's
I use
basically got
my-
its mouth around you, and you're trying to swing your halberd at it, and not really getting good purchase, damage-wise on it.
I'm still inspired by myself. Can I use that to do anything?
Not right now because you already. It's one of those things that you kind of gotta burn. You gotta say I'm using it now and then burn it.
Oh,
But
what's that one do again? Is that the advantage one?
Yeah, that's what all inspiration does. Yeah.
Oh,
It gives you advantage on any one skill check, attack roll, or saving throw of your choice.
I would like to try and tame this thing as a pet.
I mean, you could maybe do that.
Currently in the process of breaking it in right now.
You're in its mouth, so you're pretty close.
Bad puppy. Bad puppy.
But if you don't get out soon, you're probably going to get tamed by it to death.
That's all I can do, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, it's the
better not go to the
it's
bathroom
this
in my hut.
it's this large large blue creature's thing. So while it's gonna go ahead and try to bite down on you again. And it will hit.
Wow.
Bye.
Oh, wow.
And you are critically wounded, but then it lifts up and opens its jaws, and you slide down into its throat. And it swallows you whole.
Ah, shit.
Oh, that's not good.
I regret nothing, by the way.
Okay,
This
so
is what you get for trying to have me killed.
I came back for you.
Now I gotta
And,
kill a creature for your life.
so you are now blinded and restrained, but you are no longer grappled.
Does that give me like double disadvantage when I attack it?
Kill it from the inside.
You're in the belly of the beast.
Give it indigestion.
I hope you crit him and gut him at the same time.
That would be helpful, probably. All right, so that's the Ramirez turn. Y'all just watched this thing as it had its mouth around Greg. It kind of bite him again, flip up its mouth, and swallow him basically whole, right in front of you.
Oh.
Just dislocated his
job
jaw
done.
and sucked him in.
The fact that
Giggity.
it did that to our largest team member is kind of
Unnerving.
impressive.
Yeah. Scamos, you're up.
There's a reason I'm under this table. 'Cause bug bait.
Watching that reminded me of that night with Candy.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Never know.
oh,
Memories.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the corners of my mind. Misty watercolor memories.
So is that the Bard's whole turn? Is just remembering that?
Yeah. What you doing, man?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I tell you, whole turn just.
All right. So, I'm going to ready an action.
All right.
I am going to, after it gets hit the next time, I'm going to chuck my dagger at its face.
Okay. So when somebody else hits it, you're gonna attack at the same time.
After they do the damage, yes.
All right. Cool. We can definitely make that happen. That is your
Because
turn.
Harshnag's next, and I'm hoping it has 1 health left.
You're like, I want to be the one that kills it. Yeah. All right. So, Harshnag said, "I said let him go," and swings his axe and critically hits.
Damn.
Nice.
man, Harshnag!
Get me
4.
out of here, God, son of a mother!
95 points of damage.
Crap.
He swings with that is a lot of dice. I rolled so many
And
12s. I rolled so many 12s. Your 20 is going to hit. Go ahead and throw your dagger because all right, cool. Yeah, so pretty much at the same time that his axe collides and your dagger hits this thing right in the face, it collapses to the ground. Its head kind of half cut off by the big giant axe that the giant had.
That should make it easier to get Gregik out.
Right?
Unless Gregik was cut in half too.
Hope not.
Right. I want to run over there and try to free Gregik if he's not
So,
already working.
I remember at
himself
one
out.
point, Gregik once told me, he's like, man, I thought I could never die against anything. Now look at him. He's swallowed by a big-ass creature.
I'm alive!
Still alive though.
Yeah. Barely, though.
Right, I don't even know how much health I have. Not much, I'm sure.
Let's see. You are currently at... You're 7 hit points from going down.
Oh God, right? You poor bastard.
I'm guessing there's some type of damage done from me being inside his stomach, right?
It would have
Wow.
been on the beginning of its next turn.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
only have
so-
68 health, Gregik? Wow.
No, well, now that it's dead, you're easily able to cut it open and get him out without him taking any further damage.
Nice.
That is fabulous. So, how did it feel to be a giant snake worm fire creature? I'm sure that
My
was
first
pleasant.
time.
It was kind of like
Uh,
Men in Black at the end when Kay was up inside the bug. You know, it was like that.
I want my gun.
I go and
Can I do
take
my
my
ma-
dagger out of its face. And I think we should take a short rest.
I think we should loot him. Can we loot him?
Right? What
Does
is
he
it?
have anything?
He doesn't really have much on him. He was just a creature that was in there taking a nap, and y'all woke it up by beating on the door.
Their skills.
Give me a survival check. You might be able to
Gotcha.
to harvest some scales from it.
Actually,
Who's got the most damage?
I want to use my cure mass wounds too.
All right. Yeah, you're able to get a few complete scales off of it that weren't damaged in the combat that had happened.
man.
Mass cure wounds. Okay, healing up everybody with that.
And then I can do
Okay.
lay
Just
on
those two,
hands
because they're
if
the only
somebody
ones that
needs
got
more.
touched.
Well, we're about to take a long rest, I'm thinking, so.
I would like to sleep after I get these skills. Yeah. Are these skills actually valuable? Like,
You're not sure. I mean, I'm sure somebody would want them. It's not like these creatures just roam the countryside all over the place and they're easy to kill or anything. So,
So I assume this creature was just sleeping in some kind of nest, or was it on the floor?
it was on the floor. Basically, you can kind of see on the map itself, that little spot there.
Yep.
That's where it was resting. It's just
I
the
gotcha.
map has it there, and you can't get rid of it. So,
you want me to add the skills, or are you gonna?
yeah, you can do it. This thing, by the way, is a Remoraz.
And it's like an
Remorhaz.
absolute other free
Remoraz.
I'm really happy that I was able to parry for 11 one.
How many skills did I get?
6.
It hit for 50 something.
I mean, it did 29 to Gregic because so the majority of the damage was from the bite. The fire was just a little bit extra on top of it, because of how hot this thing is, and yeah.
Seriously, brutal little bugger.
Can I do like a nature check to find out more about this creature, or?
Yeah, you sure can.
Find out. Let's get another high roll.
Oh, all about that. Good job, Skamos.
Well, Skamos kind of knows a little bit about this. Essentially, these creatures live in ice and snow. They use their superheated bodies to easily burrow through the ice. They are fierce predators. They eat whatever they can get their mouths around, and generally swallow it whole and digest it. So essentially, they'll come up out of the ground, grab a hold of their prey, swallow it, and then go back underground. Very difficult to kill, generally when they're out in the ice and snow of the north.
They burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, dude. Even the token looks horrifying.
I want to have one of those as a pet.
Um,
I need to.
I want. Can I take one of its legs as a? Actually, can I take one of its pincers as a trophy?
I mean, yeah, you can cut it off if you want to.
Yeah, I totally do. Take one
This
of
is
its...
what you should have as your companion pet right here.
And as you guys are all kind of looking at it, Harshnag walks up to it and says, "Remoraz, terrible creatures. My people are known to, if they can find them, raise the young ones from eggs, making them pets. Let's hope we don't come across one of these with frost giants in tow. We may not be so lucky next time."
Ooh. Is this anything over here?
That was just where it was laying. It's just the artwork from the map of where it was originally located.
No nest? No eggs?
No nest, no eggs.
I would like to begin my sleep process as a soaking wet.
Hey, Gregic, while you're inside, did you see any eggs?
It was dark. Wait, I can see in the dark. That's not gonna work. I was blinded.
Can we
I was
finish
blinded.
gutting this thing? See, I would like to cut into this creature some more. See if we can't find where the eggs would be held in its body, wherever that may be.
So what are you doing? Sorry?
I want to cut into this creature some more to see if I can't find an internal egg pouch or whatever this creature
He
has
wants
for reproduction.
to autopsy the.
Sure. Give me a nature check.
While they do all that, I'm just going to go and start firebolting the other door. So then
actually-
we have a head.
We might want to have Huss do that, actually. His nature checks are better. Huss, come
I'll
gut
nature
this thing.
I'll nature check it. I can't roll bad twice, right?
Woo.
Obviously not. You kind of look over it like you've never really seen a creature like this before, but you think you kind of have a good idea of if it has an egg pouch, where it would be. And so you carefully try to cut it open, but as you kind of get it open, you don't see anything of the sort. No kind of embryos, eggs, anything like that inside this creature.
Darn it.
Pain.
While y'all are playing around with it, we've got the giant has kind of started walking around the place and picking up random plates and cups and goblets. So there's a lot of very large goblets sitting there. Easily one hand for him, where you guys would probably need two hands and a little bit of luck to kind of pick up and drink from. Very large cups, very large metal plates. Picked up a couple and thrown it. The slabs that you guys are nearby are actually covered. That actually Morgan and Huss are standing on. They're covered in a lot of like blood stains, and they're kind of greasy. Probably food was put here at some point in the past, as well. And
You just get off that greasy table then. I want to lay down on top of this table and get comfy.
little ones, I may have found something.
Oh man.
Ooh, what'd you find there, dude?
So as you kind of get closer to over the slab, what you notice is on the very south side of the slab, there seems to be a handle sticking up.
Ooh.
You can't quite, well actually Morgan, you can kind of see, you can see where the handle is. It's definitely on that south side of that slab.
Ooh. Right.
All right, as you move up to it, what you notice, Huss, is when you're kind of right up on it, because it's right there in the center on that slab. It looks to be a giant great axe. Looks to be made of steel,
Ooh.
and it looks to be sized for frost giants.
Dudes,
That's probably the one that's missing from the frost giant in the other room.
Harshnag, can you carry this to that frost giant in the other room?
I believe I can. He walks over, kind of picks the thing up. It's pretty hefty. It's probably a good 750 pounds, give or take.
Holy crap.
Help him, Gregik.
So it's even heavy for him, but he's able to pick it up and carry it with both hands. And he makes his way out of this room.
I'm going to follow him.
All right.
Harshnag. Way to save my life. I'm just curious, by the way, Alan. How much life did that have left before he crit it and killed it?
He was pretty close to being dead. He had probably another 40 hit points left.
Think he would have survived another turn?
No, he wouldn't have. Even without that crit, he wouldn't have survived another turn. You probably would have killed him from the inside.
That's what I like to hear.
And I was about to tidal wave his butt too.
Were you?
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I really like that creature. It's a fun thing to throw at people who have never seen them before. Especially when it swallows. And they're like, what? It did what? Yeah.
It's in my belly. Awesome mimic yet. Like.
Alright, so. Whoops. You guys kind of walk up it back into the main room here. And Harshnag walks over and takes the axe and places it in the hands, and it fits perfectly in the hands of the frost giant. Harshnag kind of looks around. Nothing seems to be happening.
I would like to approach that ruin again and put my hand up against the frost giant ice one.
Uh-huh.
I would like to say ice and giant again, see if that does anything.
Nothing.
Darn, I might need to be a giant on that one.
Yeah, when he touched his weapon to it last time, it shuddered or something like that, right?
Yes.
Try that again.
Maybe we should have him do that with that axe and see if that works.
Try it with his again first, though. Now that they're all in place,
Fair.
maybe that was like a key. I don't know.
That's true. That could work too, I guess. All right.
Which one do you want to try first? He's willing to do either.
Well, let's try his axe first so he doesn't have to lug the big one out already.
Okay. So he walks over, takes out his axe, looks back at all of you and says, brace yourself, we don't know what will happen.
I think I'm gonna step away a little bit.
Okay. And he puts his own axe up against the rune and says the word ice in giant. And again, that same shudder happens, but nothing else.
I dare say it might be the statue's weapon.
I think we would have to have him try that weapon. So
Yeah.
Okay.
you said this one's made of steel?
Yes. It is 750 pounds of steel great axe.
Are all of them made of different material?
It seems that way, yes. As I said before, the hill giant is holding a bone club. The stone giant is holding a stone boulder. The frost giant was apparently this steel great axe. The fire giant was holding an iron greatsword. The cloud giant was holding a mithril spear. And the storm giant was holding an adamantine trident.
Now, are these weapons sized appropriately enough to where if we removed each of them, we would be able to say, lean the weapon against the, like, using the floor and the ruin, just lean the weapon against the ruin? Like,
Let's find out if that works first.
fair.
So have him grab the frost giant's big axe and let's see if he can touch that to it. Do the same
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, so he walks back over and says, "This is becoming frustrating." And he walks over, grabs the big axe, and carries it back. You wish me to do what with this again?
Same thing he did last time, just with that axe.
So be it. He takes and puts his hand up, or his axe, the edge of the axe, and touches it against the rune, and says the word ice. And as soon as the words are spoken, storm clouds begin to form inside the portal. Sparks of lightning kind of come out, and it's this whole lightning show happening inside the portal as these darkened storm clouds kind of swirl in a circle and replace the light blue mist with these darkened clouds with lightning kind of flashing inside these clouds.
Well, that's new.
Ooh,
Indeed.
it's so pretty.
Parker and touch it.
Try going through it.
So as you get closer, you can kind of feel the electric, from the lightning bolts and everything.
I stick my tongue out into it to see if I can feel it like a battery.
No.
Oh,
You feel nothing.
darn. Can I
Step
walk
into
through
the
the
light.
portal? I straight want to walk into it, just outright.
All right. So as he walks into the portal, you guys suddenly he disappears. And that's where we're going to end it.
Bye,
I'm gonna fall
Morgan.
on my guest hole.
Bye,
I'll
Morgan.
see you guys later.
It was nice to see you.
We are going to end it right here. As Margaret disappears
Damn
into the
cliffhangers.
portal. I'm so good at those too.
And now the dwarf has killed itself. Good job. High five,
He's now
everybody.
in the frozen place where
Oh, this is our opportunity. We just tell the giant.
This everyone
to, like,
leaves them in.
Take the axe off.
We're all trying to kill the dwarf, even me. Okay. So I mean, just good luck, everybody. Good luck. We're gonna see how
That's
long
hilarious. All right,
say hi
yeah.
to Dracula while you're in there.
So yeah, we're gonna end it right here, guys. We will find out if there is anything on the other side of that portal next week. I appreciate y'all being here, players. Another great game. I really appreciate y'all playing with us. We are gonna call it, guys. I want to thank you very much for being here. We are going to, as soon as this gets done, I'm going to process it. I will upload it to YouTube, and I will start the repeats from this. So everyone tomorrow who missed the game tonight can catch up on it tomorrow. So this will be put on repeat pretty much all day on Saturday. So we will see you then. But for all of you here live tonight, right now, you know I always do a bonus roll at the end of every single one of my streams to say thank you for everyone for being here. Because everyone needs a little divine favor in your life.
Say you love Google
And a roll of 1 because I hate all of you apparently. Or the dice does. I don't hate you, the dice hate you. That's right.
Had me roll.
Yeah, I know you rolled. The bugbear was on a roll literally tonight. What did you run, like 5 20s?
Yeah,
5 or 6 20s? Couple of crits? Yeah. It was a good night for
I
you.
couldn't roll my way out of a paper bag today. It's fun.
That's right. So guys, again, thank you very much for being here. My name is Alan the Yellow Eyed. I am the High Priest of the Great Yellow Eyeball. I play story games. I done Dungeons and Dragons. If it's got a story, I'm into it. That's what I love about games and the media in the games and all those things. So you can check me out. If you're not following me, please do so. Or don't. I don't run your life. That being said, I will be back Sunday. Until then, guys, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Remember, you only have one life to live, so does everyone else around you. Try to make their lives a little bit better than what it was when you got there. Everyone's a campsite. Or something. I don't know. Something like that. Either way, guys, I will see you later. Have a great night. Bye-bye.